Hello, people. All right. All right. So last time on the Ace Attorney Apollo Justice trilogy, we are continuing on Turnabout Revolution. We are on the second day of May 17th. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3. What do you mean Miss Faye is still being held hostage? And who's this mastermind? Paul Addison Wimperson was nothing more than a puppet. His benefactor was the one pulling the strings, but I have no idea who they are. So all we know is that it's the person he's trying to give the orb to. Right, he's just following orders. Whoever it is, it seems they really want to get their hands on the orb. So then Miss Faye's abduction is the work of this so-called benefactor too. Right again, whoever they are, they're in Quran, along with Maya. Wonder who they could be. Right, this Maya, the spirit medium you've been talking about. She wouldn't happen to be that blonde-haired young lady you defended back in Quran. That's her. Why do you ask? I see. I think I know what's going on here. I've got good news for you, Ray. Maya's somewhere safe. That much I'm sure of. I'm afraid you've lost me. So that's who the little snot's patron is. It's all starting to make sense. That fool has no idea I'm here in the States with you all. Dirk, you mind filling us in? No caller ID. I wonder who's calling. Hello? Mr. Phoenix Wright, yes? I'm gonna start by thanking you. For taking such good care of my subordinate. Who is this? I believe you know me as Mr. Edison's benefactor. Ah. Sounds like they're using a voice change or something to disguise themselves. Where's Maya? Is she safe? I had my ears on today's proceedings. What a shock it was to hear that the key to solving the orb's riddle is the spirit medium. I admit, I did not see that coming. Wait, did they plant a listening device in here somehow? Nevertheless, I don't think for a minute that it will guarantee Maya Faye's safety. She is not the only medium within my reach, you see. You harm a hair on Maya's head and you'll have to answer to me. Right, give it here a sec. Wait! Hey there, how's it going, stranger? Who is this? Why, it's your friendly neighborhood dragon. I just happened to be in the US on a little trip. Minister of Justice, Inga Karan. Inga? What? Maya's kidnapper is Karan's Minister of Justice. Dirk, is that you dirty turncoat? How in the... What in place is going on here? Oh, you know, just popped over to the States for a little R&R. But enough about me, Inga. That was a poor excuse for a bluff you pulled just now. We both know your threats are as empty as your head. Can't lay a hand on Maya Faye, and I do mean that literally. Ugh. What's he talking about? In case your chances of getting the orb goodbye. Maya Faye ain't my only, how shall I say, insurance, you know, Dirk. What? I've got someone dear to you right in the palm of my hand, see? Now that one, well, you can imagine what kinds of things I can do, right? Glad you're seeing things my way. Meet me at Amara's tomb tomorrow, 3 p.m. sharp. And you better come alone, got it? If all goes well, the orb is all you need to get Maya Faye back. Dirk, what's going on? You heard him. I have to get back to Kron at once. What? Why? No time to explain. But are you even gonna make it? If there aren't seats left on the next flight. Plus, you're a wanted man. They're not gonna just go let you get on a plane. Let me worry about that, Mr. Justice. Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth! What are you doing here? Taking care of the hostage situation. Oh, now that you mention it. Pearl did say that she saw you around in Korean Village. I had him look into a few things while I was on my way back from Quran, including Maya's situation, of course. I was astonished to hear she was still in Quran earlier, but it explained why I found no connection between her and Mr. Haddishin. Sorry to interrupt, but going back to that plane situation, I've taken the liberty of charting one for us, and it's ready to take off at any time. And I will do what's necessary to hide the fact that Duke Samadi is on board. Wow, must be nice to be chief prosecutor. Right, we have no time to lose. We must head for Quran at once. Right. I'm going too. After all, you're bound to need my help. No fair, I want to go too. This isn't a vacation, Trucy. Besides, I'll need you to hold down the fort. But Daddy... Guess I should also only bring what's necessary. Sorry, Trucy, but would you mind holding on to this stuff for me? Unnecessary evidence fully on the Trucy. Fine, but you better bring me back something besides just more evidence. Excellent. Now, let us make haste to Quran. Oh, heck yeah. Family trip. And that's how our sudden trip to the Kingdom of Quran began. Never imagined I would return to the country of my youth under such circumstances, though. Hey, we made it back. May 18th, 2:30 p.m. Temple. That was a long flight. It's already 2:30 in the afternoon. Talk about cutting it close. The Kingdom of Quran. This is no time to reminisce, but I gotta say, this place sure brings back memories. Hurry up, Apollo. Right behind you. Amara's tomb is located in the courtyard of Quran Palace. You should have just enough time to get there. And let's sprint there. Think you can keep up, Apollo? Sure, no sweat. I'll contact the royal family and the local police and inform them of our arrival. Thanks, Edgeworth. Ooh. Ooh. May 18th, 2:45 p.m. Quran Palace. Royal residence. I wasn't made for all the running and climbing and near drowning I've done this week. It's 2:45, only 15 minutes left. See that cylindrical building rising in the distance? That's Amara's tomb. Amara, wasn't that the previous queen? The one who was assassinated? Yes, and I'm the one they pinned it on. It'll take a few minutes to get to the tomb from here. So you have returned, barbed head. I've seen her before on the news. If I remember correctly, this is the Crown Princess Raifa Padma Quran. What are you people doing here? This is the royal residence. Commoners are not allowed entry without permission. The prosecutor from the States should have already called and requested permission for us to enter. That's why we're here, your benevolence. Haven't you seen Minister Inga? If you seek my father, I just saw him heading towards Amara's tomb. Was he with anyone? You know, like some shady-looking underlings or something? No, he was alone. Why do you ask? So she has no idea about Miss Faye's abduction. You hear that? I think we have company. Bow down before glory. Her Eminence Queen Quran, Grand Priestess of Quran approacheth. Huh? Quran. Ah, it's Queen Quran. Gods, surround Amara's tomb at once. Yes, your eminence.
Urdi Hara Garan!
Goron. Urdi Hara Goron. What's she doing? Is she gonna help us? Excuse me, your eminence. So, our bobbed-head lawyer returns. May we presume you are here for Maya Fey, the spirit medium who has been abducted? Yes, you may. Allow us to apologize for the criminal actions of our husband. Oh, no need to apologize for him. Honestly, Inga, abducting a guest in our country? How could you? Father, abducted someone? Your Eminence, what about those soldiers over there? They are the Grand Royal Guard, soldiers who serve the crown and no other. Royal Guard? They are an elite force selected from only the most loyal and outstanding of the subjects. And why have you ordered them to surround the tomb? The police will not come if it is my husband who is committing the crime. We shall have to storm the tomb and take Minister Inga into custody yourselves. What? You mean... Goran, no, his hostage is in there. Dirk, how dare you set foot in the palace? Have you come to turn yourself in? Listen, we need to call a truce for now. Goran Royal God, seize this traitor of the crown. As you wish, Your Eminence. Resist and you die. Wait a second. Slow down there, Goran. I'm here to conduct a hostage exchange. But if you take me in now, my affair is as good as dead. A hostage exchange? And why would he choose to do such a thing with you? We can talk about that later. Right now, I need to get in there before it's too late. If I can't resolve this in 20 minutes, I can storm the place. Now then, if you'll excuse me. Dirk, wait. Gods, allow the insurgent Dirk Sidmati to pass. Bobtad, you have some explaining to do. Right. Well, while we're waiting here... Apollo, why don't you explain the situation? What? Me? Leave nothing out, Hornhead, or I'll dehorn you where you stand. Hornhead? She doesn't waste any time coming up with her nicknames. What's the attitude? Father's the one who abducted Miss Faye. Do my ears deceive me, or did I hear talk of my father abducting someone? Oh, you heard right. He abducted Maya, Faye, and... Insolent fool! But pardon my rudeness. A gentle soul says my father could not possibly have committed such a crime. Gentle? You think he's gentle? I'm afraid it's true, your benevolence. He's holed up in that tomb as we speak. Really, I find this difficult to believe. Why would he do such a thing? Your benevolence, you saw your father heading towards the tomb? I did. I was over on that veranda deep in thought. When I saw him hurrying towards the tomb, I'd say it was about 10 minutes ago. Why was he rushing? Maybe he was worried he'd be late? Did you see anyone else heading for the tomb? I saw no one else after he entered. So Mr. Inga and Miss Faye are the only ones in there besides Dirk? But I wouldn't be surprised to get a minute or two with him. Dirk, sure hope he's alright. It's only been 5 minutes. Oh, it feels like an eternity. Patience, Apollo, patience. May 18th, 3:20 p.m. Goran Palace. Royal residence. It's been almost 20 minutes. It's taking Dirk so long. The appointed time has come. Our royal guard shall now storm in. Can't you wait just a little longer? No, we cannot. Every second we wait puts the hostage's life in even more danger. Therefore, we see no alternative but to order our guards to storm in. That'll put Miss Faye's life in danger, too. Gods, storm the tomb and seize Minister Inga, along with the insurgent Daruk Submati. Yes, Your Eminence. What? Dirk's under arrest, too? Naturally, that traitorous snake assassinated my predecessor, Queen Amara. Now go, seize them both. Hurrah, we're going in! Follow me, men! For Her Eminence! Or do I go on? I hope no one gets hurt. Your Eminence! What the? Why are they running back out? What is the meaning of this? Something terrible has happened. Dirk, the minister, he's dead. What's this? What? Apollo, quick. I'm right behind you. No one enters without Come, let us see what has transpired. Yes, Your Eminence. May 18th. Goron Palace. Mara's tomb. Where's Dirk? Apollo, over there. Dirk? Dirk, what? What have you done? Apollo. Look! So is it Mr. Ingo who's fallen? Gods, seize his murderous man at once. Get your evidence, surrender now, perish, rebel scum! No, wait. Dirk! Taking him away. Bud. Ow! You just threw something at me. Wait, this is the... Is he telling me to keep it safe? Nick, is that you? Maya! Are you alright? Dirk, he saved me. I feel exhausted. I can't keep my eyes open. Maya! Mr. Enga, the man behind this phase abduction, has been killed. And Dirk was arrested for his murder. So, it was that the abduction of Maya Fey came to a sudden an unexpected resolution. With this, the curtain fell on the minister. But things were far from over. May 18th, Goron Palace, Royal Residence. Apollo, what happened? I can't say for sure, but from what I can tell, it seems Dirk has killed Minister Inga. What? You think he did it to save Miss Faye? Most likely, but who knows? I'm really confused right now. But my father, this cannot be. I must see for myself. The benevolence, we cannot allow you to pass. Fools, stand aside. Forgive us, but we have direct orders from Her Eminence, Queen Goron. Father. Oh, Father. Dirk, you will pay for this. Apollo, let's go regroup somewhere. Yeah. Dirk, it wasn't really you that did it, right? Are you okay, Apollo? Yeah. Edward's speaking with the local police. So let's sit tight until he returns. Okay. I know you must be in a state of shock right now, but I need you to stay with us, Apollo. He's right. I can't go to pieces now. Thanks, Mr. Red. I'll be fine. May 18th. Temple. Right, Mr. Justice. I'm afraid I have some bad news. It looks like things will only get more complicated from here. Prosecutor Edgeworth, what's happening with Dirk? As I understand it, he has been officially charged with the murder of Minister Inga. He has. However, I did manage to get us permission to investigate the crime scene. And I expect we'll be allowed to visit Mr. Sadmati shortly. Thank you. Sure glad Prosecutor Edgeworth is here with us. Also, it just so happens that Detective Sky is here in Quran. So I've asked her to assist us with our investigation. What? What's she doing here? It seems Prosecutor Sadmati has grown quite fond of her. He's been ferrying her around all over the place. A few days here, a few days there. They're almost become a team of sorts. Despite what Nayuda says, it seems he thinks highly of Emma's skills. So what now, Apollo? I think I'll go pay Dirk a visit at the detention center. I want to go check in on Maya at the hospital. What about you, Athena? Well, if there's footwork to be done, I'd better stick with Apollo and give him a hand. Very well, then I will accompany right. Okay, we'll go our separate ways for now. All right, if anything comes up, you have my cell number. Do you know your way around here, Apollo? It's been over 10 years since I left, but I'll try not to get us hopelessly lost. Apollo, here to see your old man, are you? Dirk, are they done interrogating you? Nope, the fun hasn't even started. Imagine they'll really take me over the coals, though. Break me. I don't even want to think about how harsh their interrogation method will be. Yeah, but that's often compared to what they'll do if they find him guilty. They branded me a terrorist who killed the previous queen and now the justice minister. Found guilty of these crimes, I'll be facing a very public execution. Public execution? This is worse than I thought. Come on, son, turn that frown upside down. He'll jinx us. As soon as I get out of here, I'll take you to this tasty hash house I know. I like that. I really need to focus on what happened. Time to switch to work mode. Dirk, can you tell me what happened? Oh, and there's also something I want you to take a look at. It's the only remaining photo of your father. Take good care of it. Oh well. I'm just surprised to see it after all these years. I had a tough time tracking it down or retrieving it. It wasn't taken by some European tourists who just happened to be watching your father. I had one of my men go to Europe to look for them and ask whether we could have it. You went through all that trouble. I did, so don't go losing it or anything. Said I'd take good care of it, didn't I? So you got it safely out of the tomb. Why did you throw it at me like that? I want you to listen carefully, son. The orb must not fall into Garan's hands. Not ever. I thought Minister Enga was the one who was after it. He was the one who elected Professor Buff to study after all. So haven't you exposed his crime now? I have, but there's more connection to this relic than meets the eye. Much more. Whatever it is, I can't help feeling that it could turn this entire kingdom upside down. I said something like that before. It's like Dirk's intuition is at it again. Gran will do anything to retrieve this. So guard it well, son, at least until tomorrow's trial. Dirk, what happened in there? You didn't really kill Minister Enga, did you? Well, the thing is, I really don't know. Huh? I remember seeing the mural from the founder right as I entered the tomb. But I got all dizzy immediately after that. The next thing I knew, I was standing there with a bloody knife in my hand. And covered in Enga's blood. So you don't remember meeting with him? No. The last thing I remember after entering the tomb is feeling really dizzy. There's no way you can explain what happened if you can't remember anything. Yeah. Suppose there's no getting out of this one. We can't give up yet. Ha 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 ha. Shaw's better, Chuja. Well, stop. It's not funny. Sorry. Sheesh. This seems a phase-in. Not even being arrested for murder. It's gonna be one tough case, Apollo. Not only have I been charged with Enga's murder, but I've also been charged with Mara's assassination from 23 years ago. We're on trial for 2 charges. Gran is practically licking her chops just thinking about my public execution. Guess it means we can't afford to lose our heads, huh? Ha 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 ha. I don't know how you can laugh at a time like this. So, son, I take it you'll be defending me at my trial. Of course. Count on me. It's my boy. So your nerves are just as steely as those vocal cords of yours. After all, you've got the defense culpability I can contend with, too. Oh, right. So if you're found guilty, then I'll be charged with the same double homicide, huh? Don't tell me you forgot about that. I'll be fine. I just have to make sure we win this one. Sure. Because you don't sound very fine. Apollo, What was that about an assassination 23 years ago? About that incident 23 years ago. That was when the previous queen, Amara, was assassinated, wasn't it? Yes. Someone set her private residence on fire. She lost her life in the ensuing blaze. You were arrested for the crime? Why would they arrest you, Mr. Sadmati? Weren't you just a lawyer back then? What relation could you have had with the queen? About that, Amara was, well, she was my wife. May not look the part, but I was once husband to a queen. In short, I was royalty. What? No way. You saying you won the heart of the reigning queen? Ha 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 ha. Come on, you're talking to a guy who honed his prowess against a witness in the stand. The queen is no match for this dragon's glare. Wow, you're really something else. So was the verdict ever reached, Dirk? I acted as my own attorney and won. So I was accused of fabricating evidence, that is. And it all went south. Now, where have I heard a story like that before? What happened after that? He ran, but why? I didn't kill Amara, and I didn't fabricate any evidence. But if I had stuck around for a retrial, I'd have been found guilty for sure. Couldn't allow that to happen. Amara's true killer would never face justice if I did. So I left my law practice behind and went underground. But that was about 23 years ago. You telling me that after all these years, you still haven't discovered the truth? Yeah, the fact that it was an arson means that the crime scene was reduced to ashes. There's little in the way of evidence left. Just been brick wall after brick wall. Guess that means it's all up to me to figure it out, huh? Along with Mr. Inga's murder, of course. I think I'm gonna be sick. Come on, son, don't look so down. If you won the case, it'll work out somehow. I hope he's right. Say, son, do you remember my office? Sure. I remember that messy, dimly lit room. File I have a mass on Amara's assassinations kept there. I think it might help you on this case. You remember how to get there? Let me think. I recall going through a manhole. Can I not, Daruk? Hey, now it was got so dirty there. That stench. Well, the case is important too. But I should probably focus on the minister's murder first. I'm afraid your time is up. Shit. Nayuta. It's time for the prisoner's interrogation. So begone, you putrid-headed criminal abetting lawyer. Wait! Don't tell me you're the prosecuting attorney. What? But that would mean... Is there a problem here? Bet there is. He's your father. And your point is? My relation to the accused is irrelevant. The fact remains I am a prosecutor. No, that's not what I don't think of getting through to him. Nayuta, long time no see, son. How have you been? Look, I hear you've been serving Gran, rather faithfully, in fact. Whatever happened in our dream of taking her down and changing this country, son. The past is the past. What do you mean? Why are you doing this? It's simple. People change. The Nayuta you knew exists no more. Listen, son, I don't know what made you change like this. But you're still my boy, even if you prosecute my case. The rest of the Divine Dragons and I eagerly await your return. Whenever you're ready, we'll welcome you back with open arms. As I said, I've moved on. Now, let us waste no more time, for flowers do not blossom simply from talk of the past. Nayuta. Why do I get the feeling there's something he wants to say but can't? God, move the accused to the interrogation room. Yes, sir. This way, you rebel scum. Ow, watch it. Not so rough, will ya? Nayuta. Is he seriously gonna prosecute his own father? May 18th. Goron Palace. Amaru's tomb. So, this is Tomb of Amaru, the previous queen of Quran. It's really lavish. As you can say, it fits for a queen. The faceless woman in the mural over there, Amaru? No, that's the Holy Mother. She's the one who brought spirit channeling to Quran. Right, the woman in the orb. Oh, it's you two. Getting right down to business, I see. Oh. Hi, Emma. We heard you'd give us a hand if we needed it. Yep, Sir Edgeworth asked me to help where I could. So, it's been quite a while since you've been back in Quran, I hear. Yeah, more than 20 years, in fact. Well, you sure didn't waste any time. I mean, you're already mixed up in a murder. You're as big a trouble magnet as Mr. Wright. Please don't say that. My luck's already bad enough as it is. Emma, I hear Prosecutor Samadi has requested your services again. He seems to have really taken a liking to you. You mean his ephemeral holiness? I don't mind that he approves of me and my abilities. It's just, his people skills need some serious work. But when he manages to smile and compliments my work, it's hard to say no. Plus, working on investigations overseas is a personal experience. Flying back and forth between here and home every few days with no days off. It's been tough, and the lack of sleep has been brutal on my skin. To make matters worse, the defendant in this case is someone I know. I mean, how could this get any worse? Sounds like they got one complicated prosecutor-detective relationship going on. Emma, have you determined the cause of death? Blood loss from a stab wound. A single stab in the back was enough to cause the victim to bleed to death. The estimated time of death is 3 p.m., which is when Dirk came into this, onto the scene. Any suspects besides Zurich? No, he and Maya and the minister were the only ones here. And Maya had been tied up until she was freed by the Queen's Royal Guard. Could someone have been hiding somewhere in here? Not likely. I was told this tomb was searched from top to bottom right after the murder. And during that time, the Royal Guard set up a perimeter to prevent anyone from escaping. In other words, the crime scene was completely sealed off. It would appear so. I'll wait for a third party to escape without being spotted, so... Great. It's another one of those convoluted locked room mysteries. About the victim, Minister Inga. He was the kingdom's Minister of Justice, correct? Yes. Inga Karkul Quran was the second most powerful figure in Quran. Plus, he was married to the Queen. Seems strange that someone of his status would abduct someone. Apparently, he only told a few of his most loyal subordinates about his plan. That way, there was little chance of the police or even the Queen finding out. He wasn't even hoping to gain by getting his hands on the orb. That I don't know, but I'm working on it. I wonder if it really was for what Paul Addison Wimperson said. Great power that is said to be bestowed on whoever solves the orb's secret. Quran, only those who can channel spirits are said to be fit to rule. So Enga wanted such power? Did he want to be king? So this is the tomb of the previous queen. Yes, Queen Amara was laid to rest here. She lost her life in an arsonist blaze. What a tragic end. I heard this tomb sits on the actual site of her residence before it was burned down. They built it on the same spot so her soul could rest in peace. So this is where the fire happened, huh? Why do you think that Mr. Enga was holding this fake captive here? It's a perfect spot if you think about it. It's close to his private quarters, which made it easy to keep an eye on his prisoner. And the courtyard is only open to the royal family, so he had little fear of prying eyes. Plus, the tomb is normally locked, and only the royal family is allowed access. So that's why he picked this place. How long has Miss Faye been held captive? About 6 days. Really? That long? It appears that she was severely weakened by her prolonged confinement. She passed out as soon as she was freed and is now on an IV drip at the hospital. She's been asleep ever since. Poor Miss Faye. I hope she gets better soon. Emma, do you mind if we start looking around? Sure, I've already got the okay. Knock yourself out. Oh, and here. It's a diagram of the place-through of the tomb. I'll give you a copy to help your investigation along. Thank you. Oh, and let me know if you need my forensic expertise. Don't you dare keep all the fun to yourselves, you hear? You don't need to worry about that. Besides, I'd hardly classify this as fun. This is the Mara sarcophagus. Let's take a closer look. Hey, these curtains open up, Apollo. It's one big sarcophagus. They say the mummy of Amara, the former queen, rests inside. Oh, no. Perhaps it's locked. Hey, don't touch that. Maybe we can't search inside it. Not a chance. Besides, it's not something anyone would try opening anyway. What if the real killer's hiding inside? Hey, anyone in there? Don't do that. You're gonna get us cursed. Cursed? The queen likely bears a grudge towards the living after such a violent, painful death. So no one dares touch the sarcophagus for fear of incurring her wrath. Oh no, Apollo. What am I gonna do? Don't look at me. In any case, the sarcophagus is temperature controlled. It's kept really cold to preserve the mummy. So even if someone did decide to hide inside it, they would eventually freeze to death. I see. Still, if they bundled up, I bet a person could hide in there for a little while. Looks like the Holy Mother was painted here to watch over Amara's sarcophagus. So it's like this tomb is protected by the founder. That must be so reassuring to those she left behind. Only one problem. They didn't paint the eyes she needs to do said watching. Come to think of it, she doesn't have a mouth to smile down on the tomb with either. It's actually kind of creepy. I wonder if being watched over by something like that gives the queen nightmares. Hey, keep that up, and the founder just might come and watch over you too. It's like a small army of monks, all neatly lined up. It looks like they're facing the sarcophagus and the prayer. If you look carefully, each one has a slightly different expression. I wonder if they used real people as models. Some are frowning, some are smiling. There's one that looks like he's trying his hardest not to burst out laughing. Really? Wonder why. Maybe it's like those times when things are so intense you can't help but laugh. You know, like at funerals and stuff. After all the trouble of depicting that, talk about going overboard. There's a painting up there, but I can't see it very well from here. Look, one of the statues is broken. Yeah, but it's kind of hard to see from here. Check it out when we get a little closer. The grape juice Ingo was drinking. He was probably nervous before his meeting with Dirk. So he drank grape juice. I'm not seeing the logic here. Mr. Wright told me all about it when he was hospitalized a few years ago. That grape juice has something in it that helps you relax. Really? Are you sure he was talking about regular, plain old grape juice? Because it sounds like he was talking about the fermented variety. No, he couldn't have meant that. I mean, we're talking about a medical facility. He wouldn't have allowed something like that in. Right. Let's just leave it at that. This would be Amara channeling a spirit. It's like the spirit of some country's sultan or something. And she seems to be conveying something to her retainers. She's on fire. Supposed to be Amara's assassination is allegedly carried out by Dirk. They really made him look evil. This is the weirdest one of all. That's supposed to be Dirk facing his punishment in the afterlife? Anyway, guess that's the last one. I guess we're supposed to see this as happy ending? No, except nobody came out of the story happy. Wow, it's covered in blood. The blood splatter this large, it must have gotten all over the killer, too. Come to think of it. There was blood on Dirk's clothes. Circumstantial evidence points to Dirk being the killer. That's what I'd conclude if I were a cop, too. Why are things always so bleak for me? Guess this is where Inga collapsed when he died. Better take a closer look. So the minister was armed, huh? Mm-hmm. That's a 4-shot pistol. He had it for self-defense, apparently. But it won't be firing anything anytime soon. Huh? He was carrying a broken gun around for show? No, we recovered a bullet in here, which means the gun probably broke as the minister fired his last round. Thing is, the gun's chambers are all empty. Yet that one bullet is the only bullet we could find. That is strange. What did he have a 3 of? Maybe Dirk ate them. We can ask the next time we see him. Just be ready for his predictably shocking answer. I wonder if this is Inga's cell phone. It should be. His fingerprints are all over it. You know if he talked with anyone recently? There were a few calls logged between him and his underlings. They're all members of the secret police who were directly under the minister's control. You mean like spies? I don't think that's quite it. So this is a murder weapon. Emma, did you find any prints on it? Yep, and they were super clear. They belong to one Daruk Sadmani. That's not good. Are there any others? There was one more print from another individual, but it was too smudged to identify. It's probably an old print from someone else who had handled the knife. Oh, and another piece of one help, one vote to add to our ever-growing pile. Ugh. They've already taken the body away. It's kind of sad how familiar I've become with body outlines. I have a photo of the body if you're interested. Stabbed right in the back. The poor guy was probably practically skewered. What's he wearing on his arm? Those are the cuffs of justice. Seems to be a tradition here for the Minister of Justice to wear those four-man cuffs. They look like they're made of a thick fabric, so I guess they aren't for protection. Maybe they're for keeping his sleeves out of the way when handling documents? Yeah, that's probably their original purpose. But over the years, the reason for wearing them was probably forgotten. So now they're just one of many traditional things that people do without knowing why. Oh, I get it. Kinda like the way you roll up your sleeves, huh? Or your psychology, if we're going there. I happen to know why I started, thank you very much. The office is surrounded by a curtain. I bet someone could have hidden in it. Could have hidden behind it. True, but that's one of the many places the Royal Guard checked storming in. Wow, we're really thorough. Yes, well, apparently one of their members loves mystery novels. He appeared in every nook and cranny, though, almost frightening him out of gusto. And when he was done, he said, "Very interesting. It's like one of those locked room mysteries. Sounds like he's in the wrong line of work." His fate was apparently tied to this chair. Let's take a closer look. Try to cover every angle possible here. Let us use to change our perspective to take a closer look around. Bet you didn't know, but I happen to be a bit of an escape artist myself. Trucy showed me how to do her rope escape trip. Uh-huh. And why would you bother learning something like that? Because we're always getting in trouble when working case with Mr. Wright. So I thought it might come in handy someday. Well, I guess you're right about that. Miss Faye could have definitely used that knowledge. That's right, so now, just sit right here and we'll get started. What in the world gave you the idea I wanted to learn? Look, there's a bloodstain on one of the chair legs. Really? Hey, you're right. Completely missed that. Let's move the chair so we can check under it. There's more blood under the chair leg. I wonder what it's doing there. I have some luminol here. Why don't you do some testing around it? Look. Bloodstone leans all the way to the sarcophagus. Emma, is this Minister Inga's blood? Hold on one second. Huh, that's strange. I didn't get a match. So then, whose blood is it? Dirk and Faye weren't wounded as far as we knew, and the blood's been wiped by some. Blood's been wiped for some reason. Yeah, that's strange too. Poor Miss Faye. She must have been tied up with this chair. You just imagine how much her backside must have hurt after sitting for so long. Would have been torture for you, I bet. I mean, you don't even know how to sit still. If by that I mean like to say active, then I have to agree with you. Well, the statues are broken. I'm gonna take a closer look. This thing's more splintered than the statue now. The bullet from the victim gun did reveal a number on it. Seems like something you'd get cursed for, you know? In Minister Inga's case, I'd say getting your ticket punched is curse enough. Yeah, but don't curses extend to after life? You need to stop talking what Nayuta says so seriously. I'm perfectly capable of thinking for myself. Hi, honey. It's a Magatama, I think. Did it come from the broken statue? Look, Apollo, there's another one. But the other statues only have one each. You're right. Maybe the statue is special or something? Look, there's a bullet here. It's from the pistol the victim was carrying. I guess he tried to shoot his attacker, but missed, and the bullet ended up here. Or he determined the rifling marks to be a match to his gun. Rifling marks. Aren't those... Oh ho, shall I explain. The science behind it is absolutely fascinating. No, we're good. Lawyers. Think they're so smart. Do you realize we can hear you? There's something shiny down there. It's a pendant. There's blood on it. I wonder who it belongs to. All we know is it's not the victim's. No one in the royal family recognized it. Emma, did you lift any fingerprints from it? I did, but I wasn't able to get a clean one. It's too bad. But the blood turned out to be the victim's. Means it must have fallen here in the course of his murder. Might be Dirk's. Should ask him about it later. Baby on a lotus blossom. That's one strange painting. Apparently, that's part of a mural depicting the life and times of Queen Amara. You know, like storyboard or something? So that baby's supposed to be Amara. So it depicts Amara preaching to the faithful. It's hard to put into words, but I've never seen anything like it. Let's see, the next one is... Is that Dirk? Or does he have horns? My best guess is... It depicts the first time Amara and Dirk met. So he's supposed to be some kind of demon who's seducing her? Well, he was successful since they got married after that. The mural continues on the opposite wall. Someone could have hidden behind these curtains. Here, I'll go give it a try. Well, can you tell I'm hiding here? No, I can't tell at all. That's it. That's the perfect hiding place. We did it, Apollo. Solve the case. Sorry to burst your bubble, but the royal guard searched the tomb high and low right after they stormed in. And they said no one else was in here besides Minister Inga, Dirk, and his fae. Well, back to the drawing board, I guess. My brilliant deduction destroyed in 3 sentences. I don't think there's anywhere else for me to search. It's full of ash. Let's burn incense in here. So I was wondering, Apollo, did the ash come from the incense sticks that were burnt in this? Or do people put their incense in after it was already ash and here to hold them up? Don't be silly, Athena. The answer's simple. The ash is the product of prayers from the countless visitors who came here. It's not a chicken or the egg kind of thing. Oh, that's an interesting take on it. It's so much more poetic than mine. It's full of ash. My guess would be that this is an incense burner. Hey, look, Apollo. There's something in the ashes. Let's see what it is. Is that a gemstone? I wonder what it's doing here. Hehehe. I've got this one covered, Apollo. Would you like to hear my brilliant theory? Well, I guess it wouldn't do any harm. You know how people make wishes by throwing coins into a fountain, right? You know, on second thought, I'm good. What? You sure you don't need to hear my theory? I'm just about to get to the good part. Let's just ask Emma. That'll be much quicker. Excuse me, Emma. What's this gemstone doing here? Oh, that. It's not a gem, it's a button. Albeit a very expensive one from the victim's jacket. Must have fallen off and gotten in there somehow. See? Every puzzle has an answer, Athena. Well, I thought my idea was pretty good. Wait, what's with this soot? See here on the gemstone? Hey, you're right. Alright. Hi, honey. Think we've covered just about everything. Maybe we should go over what we've learned so far. For starters, we're dealing with a locked room murder. But instead of a tomb being locked, it was being corned off by the royal guard. After the murder, no one was found to be hiding inside. Right. In addition, we also know that Dirk's fingerprints were all over the murder weapon. Curtain around the sarcophagus was drenched in the victim's blood on one side. Blood must have also gotten on the killer when they stabbed the minister from behind. Dirk had blood on him when the crime was first discovered. Fortunately, he doesn't remember what happened. This is not good. So, what we know so far is things couldn't be worse for our case. And that's still an understatement somehow. Yeah, it's looking pretty grim. Oh, you two are done here. I'll have to ask you to leave. Go on, Scoot. Something wrong, Emma? Why are you trying to give us the boot? It's just easier if you're not here when His Imperial Holiness arrives. Ah! Speak of the devil. But Prosecutor said Marty. Detective Sky. Seems you've spoken at length with these two lawyers. I do hope you've also kept an eye on them. Yes, of course. Like a hawk, they didn't touch a single thing. Ha 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 ha. Give a lawyer an inch and they'll take a mile. Never forget that. There's that look of distrust again. Hey, Anayuta. Do you really believe that Dirk's guilty? And are you seriously gonna prosecute his case? I mean, he's your father. You were once part of the Defiant Dragons, weren't you? Hey, Nayuta, wait! I said wait! Come on, Athena, after him. Huh? Oh, right behind you. May 18th. Grand Palace. Royal Residence. Ayuda, would you stop already? What do you want? It's about Dirk. Would you please hear me out? I failed to see why I should. Now, if you'll excuse me. Hold it! Mayuda! Are you afraid of what I might have to say? If not, there's no harm in listening, right? Very well, speak. But make it quick. There is much I must do. Why does everything have to be so difficult with you? So I know you'll be prosecuting Dirk's case, but aren't there any other prosecutors in this country? Why does it have to be you? Her Eminence, Queen Garan, personally requested that I serve as prosecutor. She did? That would make it hard to say no. Her Eminence thinks highly of my prosecutorial skills. Still, she didn't have to ask you to handle a case against your own father. Be honest, you really don't want to do this, do you? You speak of love and sentiment. Or I guess so. I do not deny such human emotions. But the law is the law. And placing personal feelings above is beyond reprieve. Do you disagree? Well, no, I don't disagree, but civilizations only exist due to the confines of the law. Without them, love and sentiment would lack the fertile soil they need to flourish. Do you disagree? No, but the law must be obeyed. This truth is above all else, including personal feelings. Therefore, whether or not I am the son of his accused is no consequence. It is that simple. Or would you say otherwise? But come on, Apollo. Tell him how wrong he is. But don't you know, wish it wasn't that way? It appears I've wasted my breath on you. And the winner is Prosecutor Sadmati. Still spewing empty words devote to meaning or consequence, I see. You putrid red pepper. Oh, I'm right. Does he have to be so eloquent about his point? It's like he's trying to cover something up with his pretty words. Although, I'd cut back on his debates with him if I were you. Just stick to questions, like the one you wanted to ask. Hey, I wanted to ask you about that hostage situation. Inga said he had someone dear to Durek in the palm of his hand, and he was using that person along with his hostage as leverage in obtaining the orb. That's news to me. Well, that's what Inga said. I got the impression Dirk had no choice but to follow Inga's demands after he heard that. So, who do you suppose this special person is? I wouldn't know. Oh! My bracelet's reacting. Hey, Nayuda. About what you just said. Ouch! My bracelet is crushing my wrist! Ouch, it really hurts. What the heck's going on? I'm wise to your tricks, you putrid pepper. My bracelet reacts to the anxieties of the people around you by squeezing your wrist. But now that I know how it works, I can make it tighten around your wrist anytime I wish. Consider this a warning. I don't know how he did it. This renders my bracelet useless. Such devilry is powerless in the face of the Holy Mother's blessing. Looks like your special power won't work against Prosecutor Sadmati, Apollo. I'll have to try something else. You're right. Just have to ask Durek about this. It appears you intend to go through with the trial you have no hope of winning. Grow up, Mr. Justice. We are no longer children, you and I. I'm not the one who needs to grow up, Naida. In case you didn't hear, I won my last case against none other than Mr. Wright. You tell him, Apollo. Is he mad? I can never tell with him. This trial is different. Your foolishness will only earn you a death sentence for aiding and abetting a criminal. And those who die as criminals are doomed to be reborn in the next life as something lower than a bug or a vegetable. You'd be lucky to return to this realm as a patch of mold. Mold? That's pretty harsh. If you wish to avert such fate, abandon this folly before it is too late. I don't care if I end up as a dollop of blue cheese dressing in my next life. You gotta defend Dirk in court. You fool. Know this. I intend to prosecute the accused with all my might, no matter what you say or do. Consider yourself forewarned. Now, if you will excuse me. Prosecutor Madi knows his father will be publicly executed if he's found guilty. Yet he won't show even an ounce of mercy. Maida, is this the real you? Have you really changed? Do you really plan on sending Dirk to his death? Do you even hear me? Don't Dirk and I matter to you anymore? I'm getting pissed with this thing right now. May 18th. Temple. Maya passed out right after we found her in the tomb. She's been out cold ever since. Haven't been able to get a word out of her. The doctor said it's just exhaustion, but I can't help but worry. What is it, right? Are you all right? Yeah, just thinking is all. Glad you're here, Edgeworth. We wouldn't have gotten the permission we have without you. Well, I didn't come all this way to Quran to be useless. Speaking of the investigation, I received a few things from Detective Sky. These should prove to be useful to us as well. Can't thank you enough, Edgeworth. Honestly, I'd have been so lost without him these past few days. You there, the bobbed-head lawyer, Phoenix Wright? Huh? Oh. You're from the Grand Royal Guard, right? I am Lucky, Royal Guard member and Her Eminence's shoulder rubber. That's very specific. And what does the Royal shoulder rubber want with me? Wait, come to think of it, my shoulders are a bit stiff. Don't be absurd. I'm here for one purpose only. I am to bring you to her before Her Eminence, Queen Garan, Grand Priestess of Quran. Will you comply? Queen, what you want with me? Why does he have to shout like that? I can't fathom why Queen Garan would summon you. But I advise you to accept Her Eminence's gracious invitation. Royal shoulder rubber Lucky, was it? May I join Mr. Wright in his audience with the Queen? Your name's Lucky. La apostrophe key. And I'll praise the omnic Queen, for she has already foreseen and approved your request. She brought the Edgeworth. You are both going to come with me. You mean to say Queen Garan sees our every move? Yes, indeed. Permanent spiritual power is immense. Maybe this was going on thousands of miles away. Right. I fear I'll lose my hearing next if we don't hurry. Yeah, me too. Would the Queen herself summon me personally? What could she possibly be up to? May 18th, Garan Palace. Audience chamber. Ah, the bobbed-head lawyer has arrived. We bid you welcome. And you as well, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. But thank you. It's place is still as magnificent as last time. We've heard much about you, Barbed One. It seems your bluffs and tomfoolery tend to leave our court devastated in their wake. Is that what people have been saying about me? Right, where are your manners? Your Eminence, I am both humbled and delighted to be in your presence. Oh, Your Eminence, glad to be here. Looks like you're doing well. Heh, it is all right. There is no need to keep your head bowed all day. Yes, Your Eminence. Ryfa's not looking too good. Guess even she can't bounce back from her father's murder. So, what can I do for you, Your Eminence? I wish to question you about something related to the case at hand. Perfect, because I have a few questions of my own. We fear we do not fully comprehend what has transpired. So it is that we summoned you here to further elucidate the situation. Is it true that our husband Inga has been seeking the Founder's Orb? That's right. He wanted to trade a hostage for it. That's why he abducted Maya Fey. Insolent fool! Ow! It is a lie. A lie, I say. Father would never have done such a thing. But he did abduct Maya. That much is... I will not sit here and listen to this nonsense. You will pay for this. You. Ow! Please, your benevolence. It is quite enough, Ryfa. We understand your feelings, but we fear he speaks the truth. For we believe we know why your father would do such a thing. Huh? We believe he was seeking the orb as a means of obtaining spiritual power. And with it, he intended to usurp the throne. Mother. What do you mean, Your Eminence? Inga was planning a coup, for he was dissatisfied with the current administration, and his secret police was the primary instrument for his treason. The secret police. They came up during the High Priest murder trial, too. An elite force under the direct command of the Minister of Justice, in this case, Inga. The man who was hunting down rebels as Lady Kara was a member of that group. Indeed, Inga turned that once proud force into his own property, and he intended on using them to launch a coup and assassinate us. So your Eminence had no control over them. As much as it shames us to admit it, Quran is not the unified realm it would appear to be. We are truly sorry you have had witness to the dirty underbelly of our kingdom. How could Father... But to know that Inga could not have become king simply through our assassination. For in Quran, only those who possess spiritual power may sit on the throne. I see. That explains why Minister Inga was seeking the Founder's Orb. Barbed One, do you recall the man known as Pelisbian and Dinastanian? What about him? He too was involved in Inga's machinations. Inga had brought his loyalty, ordered the men to steal the orb, and covered up the theft. And then he sent the orb to the U.S. for Dr. Buff to study. It's all come together. Damn! The capture of the infamous villain Dirk Subnati. It may prove to be the crowning achievement of our reign. Now, perhaps, the kingdom may return to its peace, to the peace it once knew. Oh, what a joyous day. Hail to her Eminence, Queen Guran, great piece of her Holy Mother. I could see how her cronies would be elated at the prospect. But the Queen herself seems almost giddy for someone whose husband was just murdered. Father! Ryfa, on the other hand, doesn't appear to be taking it so well. About that incident that occurred 23 years ago, the one in which Dirk was accused of assassinating Queen Amara. Yes, he set fire to her previous residence, burning my dear sister alive, murdered by arson. Only a demon would be capable of such a heinous crime. But that event also set a stage for you to become queen. What did you do before you were crowned queen, Your Eminence? As part of our training to be queen, we served in many different governmental positions, the longest of which was the previous Minister of Justice. It was in that position that we were best able to support our elder sister, Queen Amara. Interesting. That's her husband's position, or at least it was. And when you ascended to the throne, you passed the Defense Culpability Act. Those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. What prompted you to pass something like the Defense Culpability Act, Your Eminence? The assassination of our dear sister, Amara. When the infamous villain Durek Sadmati was apprehended, he announced that he would act as his own lawyer. That's right. Durek used to be a lawyer. Dirk had been an extraordinarily talented lawyer and highly esteemed by the people. But he falsified evidence in an attempt to win his own case. I see. But when the truth of his fabrications and the assassination for the Queen came to light, the people were devastated, and trust in the legal system plummeted. Now, why does that sound so familiar? Yeah, I wonder. In Quran, the Hall of Justice is a sacred space where victims receive their last rites. Should the people lose their faith in it, the kingdom would be shaken to its very core. That is why the Defense Culpability Act had to be passed. It was the only way to keep our legal system from tumbling into the abyss. So that's how you sought to eliminate the use of perjury and phony evidence, huh? That law is what made lawyers go extinct in your kingdom. Now there's no one left to defend those who have been accused. We see how you could take issue with such a reality. However, we have not banned the act of lawyering itself. Those who are confident that they can prove their client's innocence are always welcome to mount a vigorous defense, as you yourself has shown. Well, I guess so, but without lawyers, there's the possibility of false charges being filed and prosecuted. As long as our prosecutors continue to run nothing but perfect trials, there needn't be fear of such nefarious dealings. Do you disagree? Perfect prosecutors and their perfect trials, huh? Let's not get started down this path. Furthermore, here in Quran, we have the divination seance, and so does we no longer need lawyers for the dead do not lie. Well, in the short time I've been here, I've beaten back false charges twice, and I found that cases built on the memories of the dead are less than perfect. So yes, I do take issue with the Defense Culpability Act, to say the least. Ho ho ho! Such relentless rhetoric. Your reputation precedes you, barbed one. It feels as if we ourselves were being cross-examined. Oh no, that wasn't my intention. It is true that some feel that the Defense Culpability Act is a necessary evil at best, but it is a small sacrifice upon which the peace of our kingdom has been forged. If you consider executing innocent lawyers a small sacrifice, then sure. The fact is the following its passage. The crime rate here in Quran dropped remarkably. Therefore, we have no regrets concerning the enactment of the Defense Culpability Act. Really? Not at all. Right, why don't we leave it at that? This isn't the court of law, after all. Yeah. About the Founder's Orb that was to be exchanged for the hostage. It went missing after the murder. Would you happen to know anything about that? It's missing. I'm sure Dirk had it when he went into the tomb. If it wasn't there, I have no idea where it could be, Your Eminence. In that case, then perhaps Dirk has hidden it somewhere. Incidentally, there are the matter of the horned youth you were with. Oh, you must mean Apollo. From his odd hairstyle, maybe we assumed him to be a relative. Perhaps your younger brother. No, you got it all wrong. He's Dirk's son. Oh, more like foster son. They're not actually related by blood. Dirk's. Well, God. Your Eminence. What's she whispering in that one guy's ear? Thank you for your time. The two of you may go now. Yes, Your Eminence. We'll be on our way. Okay, now what? Apollo and Athena have the murder scene investigation covered, so maybe we should go speak with the locals over at the bazaar? May 18th. Quran Bazaar. Well, what? Was that a lion? Oh, that? Caught me by surprise too when I first heard it. It's the cry of a local bird known as a warbird. A bird. Sounds like that. Sounds more like a beast than bird if you ask me. It's a form of mimicry. You know, to help protect them against predators and stuff. Yes, well, can't say I've heard one quite like that before. Oh, it's more than unusual. It's endangerment. It's extremely rare to encounter one in the wild these days. If it's so rare, then what's one doing out here in the middle of the bazaar? You got me. Maybe it's got something to do with it being their national bird. Ah! It's a gunshot. Har 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 har. Startle ya PW. What was that, Dats? Defying dragons do its weapon. I call these puppies dragon snapshots. Snot chops. And you need those. Why? Because our hard work is starting to pay off. Thanks to our TV signal hijacking stuff, more and more people are joining our cause. But on account of all that, the regime's been cracking down on us real tough like. Yeah, there's been a lot going on lately. Could say that again. I mean, with that high priestess fake murder / suicide. People are calling it the DCA tragedy, and it's causing a real public uproar. Hopefully this means Rust's death won't be in vain after all. So how exactly is a handful of firecrackers going to be of help to you guys anyway? Simple. First I supply them to our fellow rebels. Then we use them as a diversion when we need to shake Ron's goons. Huh? Like this. Whoa! Will you cut that out? I'm not the regime, and I'm not chasing you. Your reaction, that was priceless, BW. I guess it started that war bad too. It's a miracle no one's trying to arrest him while he's too busy laughing. You there? You are one of those insurgents, are you not? Yikes! Take that! Eek! And he's gone. Those firecrackers are more useful than I thought. Bobbed-head. Your benevolence? What can I do for you? I wanted to speak with you. About what my mother said. I do not believe a word of it. My father could not have been planting a coup. Planning. Well, I can understand why you'd feel like this, but it was a setup. Someone must have been plotting against him. And how do you know that? I just do. Because the Holy Mother guides me. And as a royal priestess, I must uncover the truth for all to see. Maybe this is just how a rifle expresses her sense of duty? You're investigating this matter, are you not? Then rejoice, for I shall accompany you, and bestow upon you the royal priestess's wisdom. Ha ha ha. The best news I've heard all day, your benevolence. No one would dare get in our way with a rifle by our side. We humbly accept your offer, don't we, Edgeworth? As you wish, right. Excellent. Then let us begin with my father's private quarters. We should be able to find some clues there. I shall expose this false charge for what it is, if it is the last thing I do. Could it be? Is there a reason she's so defensive about Inga because she's a daddy's girl? Barbed head, let us not waste any time. My father's private quarters are located within the royal residence. Now follow me. Wait! She sure is in a hurry. Right, the minister's private quarters may hold evidence related to his murder as well. Yeah, maybe we can kill two birds with one stone. Rifle's awfully fired up. I just hope she'll be ready for the truth we find. After all, it's hard to believe that Inga was not in full control of the whole affair. Alright, have you shown Edgeworth anything? No, should I? Should I present him something? It's ironic that the man tasked with upholding the law should end up breaking it. Well, it's not like we don't have our fair share of that back home. That is a thing of the past. The worst offenders had already been removed. Now that you mention it, wasn't Gaspin Payne expelled from the prosecutor's office? Yes, he was a particularly troublesome individual. I was shocked to see him resurface here in Quran, and with considerable sway no less. So hope he doesn't end up making a mess of things here as well. That's funny. Badge? Oh, okay, we'll get there, Still, how did I see him? I guess bothers me a little in the face of an incurable habit. Well, I heard you used to present evidence left and right during your investigations, too. That was a long time ago. Besides, who did you hear that from? Oh, I have my sources. Oh, well, tell your source that I look forward to his next salary review. Oh, I love that. Okay, show my badge. Take that. Still at it as C. Like, oh, okay. That's cute. That's still cute, though. Yeah, I don't doubt that is Gumshoe. That's cute. I love that. See, eventually, like I said, eventually I'll get around to playing the Miles Edgeworth investigation games. I do want to. Eventually I will. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some water. So just chillax. Alright. Water break over. Alright. May 18th, Grand Palace. Royal Residence. Now, if we can figure out which of these buildings houses Inga's private quarters, that's where I'll find Raifa. Now that's what I call an extravagant interior, or exterior. That's where Inga's private quarters are. Watch your step, right. That urn's been knocked over, spilling water everywhere. Yeah, the ground's soaked. Wonder who did this. Huh? I think someone's in there. Father. Is that Princess Raifa? There were still so many things I wish to tell you. She's always puts on such a brave face. But hearing her crying all alone, I can't help but think of Trucy. Father. Princess Raifa? Are you in there? Ah! Just a moment, I'll be right out. I see you are finally here. Well, let us commence our investigation, shall we? Your benevolence. Maybe you should rest for a minute first. You were eavesdropping on me, weren't you? No, I mean, yes, sorry. I couldn't help overhearing. Grr. It wasn't like I was spying on you or anything. You stupid, stupid. Barbed head. Ouch. Could have feigned ignorance. It's as if your brain to mouth filter shuts off the moment you step out of the courtroom. Ugh, I'm not that bad, Edgeworth. Anyway, what took you so long? I thought you would never get here. You have a lot of nerve keeping the Crown Princess waiting. Oh, I'm sorry? This is my father's residence. I have already unlocked it so you can go right in. Oh, and be careful. Some dingbat dog got in the courtyard and spilled water over there. A dingbat dog? That's right. The yappy mutt spilled a whole urn's worth. Wonder how it got into the area. Do you know what it looked like? I have better things to do than memorize what some stray dog looks like. Anyway, it is not worth talking about. Let's search my father's room, shall we? I really hope she's alright. Oh. Yeah, footprints coming from this residence. So where they just kind of end. I wonder who made them and where they went. Okay. Is that the fucking hairspray? May 18th, Grand Palace. Inga's private quarters. What a mess. You could definitely tell a guy used to live in this room. I'm guessing Inga and I had at least that much in common. Bah, this staff keeps getting in the way. Nena. Oh. Huh? Where's Nena? Normally. She comes running with her rifle calls. That's right. Nena is what? Oh well, you barbed head. Come, hold the staff for me. Why me? Just take it. It's too heavy. I am tired of holding it. Ugh, how does Nina put up with this day in and day out? I'll just set it over here for now. This is most likely a special link pad for the Justice Minister stamp. Insignia is carved big and bold right on it. Talk about overkill. You really have to mark everything he owned? It's a syringe and a vial. Those are for my father's back pain. He said it really helped when the pain was particularly unbearable. It was that bad, huh? He must have been injecting some sort of painkiller directly into his back then. Yes, my father said his back pain could knock him off his feet. I know the feeling. I've experienced some pretty severe back pain of my own. Well, we can't have you throwing your back out in court, so why don't you take a vial? Oh, no thanks. I hear your body builds up a tolerance to that sort of thing. I thought you didn't want them. I'm going straight to a chiropractor as soon as I get home. These are some muddy shoe prints here. Come to think of it. There was some spilled water by the entrance. Somebody must have stepped in before coming in here. They're already dry. That means they're at least several hours old. And someone must have been in here today in the earlier afternoon. For our servants clean this room each day. Here in Quran, we have a saying, leave not today's untidiness to the morrow. Mine is, why clean it today, which you can leave for tomorrow? This desk is crammed full of documents. They appear to be paperwork for executions. But for this many cases, indeed, something is rotten in the Kingdom of Quran. This one dates back to 5 years ago. Something tells me he simply kept putting them off because he hated doing paperwork? What's this? Jesus Lebel. Never thought I'd see this brand again. It appears to be a sample of some sort of spray-on hair color. Color, jet black. I wonder if Indigo was going gray. Here, Edgeworth. Maybe you can use it. I like my natural hair color just fine, thank you very much. This notepad must have belonged to Inga. Let's see. Nina. Purple hat, glasses, diamond-shaped tattoo on forehead. Dirk, long hair, eye patch, blue clothes. Phoenix Wright, spiky hair, blue clothes, pink necktie. That's strange. These appear to be notes detailing people's most prominent characteristics. Hey, there's even some stuff about me in there. Why would he bother doing this? I'm afraid even I can't answer that. Whatever the reason, it's giving me a case of the heebie-jeebies. It's as though he was taking down descriptions of people over the phone. That's what it reminds me of, anyway. What a brilliant deduction. One fitting of a chief prosecutor such as yourself. I commend you. That's high praise coming from you, your benevolence. That's right. They do look like dictation notes, but I don't know. I mean, I'd bother describing Nina, who he must have seen every day. Wow, that's one gaudy sculpture. My father sculpted it himself from a block of solid gold. Why does it not surprise me that he was also a narcissist? Ha ha ha, it's pretty detailed. He even included that personal stamp of his. The stamp's a little loose. Ah! Look, there's a secret safe inside. Oh my! To think such a thing here was here all this time. Rats, so only the combination to get in. This chair looks like it was modeled after Inga's suit jacket. The backrest even has those fancy buttons of his. I imagine they make the chair awfully uncomfortable to sit on. Actually, they served to massage the pressure points on his back. My father suffered from terrible back pain, you see. I wonder if it really works. It's one luxurious and comfy-looking bed. I've slept on nothing but hard floors since coming to Quran. Can't wait to sleep in a nice soft bed again. Then take it. It's yours if you wish. We'll have to clean this room out anyway, now that my father's gone. But don't you want to keep these things as a memento of your father? Besides, I don't need a spirit haunting me late at night. Do you suppose if I slept on it, I could see my father once more? But Princess Raifa, I honestly don't want to answer that. Can't open this without the combination. But I doubt Princess Rifle would know it. Well, if we can't open it, we can't open it. For now, let's continue our investigation and come back to this dilemma later. What else is there left to see? Bobhead. I, the Royal Priestess of Quran, shall share my thoughts on the abduction. You will? Listen carefully, for such opportunities do not come often. Yes, of course. We'd be grateful to hear you share anything you want. Father was very likely seeking to obtain the Founder's Orb, but it was not for the purpose of a coup d'etat. It was all for my sake. For your sake. The Founder's Orb is capable of bestowing great spiritual power. Father truly believed that. And he wanted the power to be mine. I haven't finished my training, and I still can't channel spirits. Just doing it for me. Alright, I see. Well, do you understand why he did it now? I do, but it doesn't change the fact that Minister Inga was a kidnapper. Ah! But I guess you don't believe he is, do you? Ooh. New information is sure to surface upon further investigation. Suffice to say, he did this all for me. I'm the story. Is he really trying to obtain the orb for Rifa? Somehow I doubt it. Speaking of powers, I wonder if Rifa will perform the divination seance tomorrow. Should probably ask her about that. Your benevolence, I noticed Nina isn't with you today. I know not where she has gone. I have not spoken with her since this morning. I assume she must be quite busy today. I did catch a glimpse of her a little after 2 o'clock. I tried calling out to her, but she went off somewhere again. A little after 2? That's about an hour before the murder. Indeed. Of all the times for this to happen. She normally comes to me the moment I call her name. I know it's hard to believe, but even nannies have lives, you know. Your inability to find her after the murder is slightly alarming. I wonder if her absence is related to today's incident somehow. Do you think she was unwillingly caught up in them? Who knows? At the very least, I don't think she was at the scene of the crime. Nina. I hope she is alright. Rifa seems really worried for Nina. I take it you'll be conducting tomorrow's divination seance. Who else if I not? Good point. The thing is, divination seances are all about what a victim's experienced in their final moments. So, tomorrow, Rifa will experience her own father's death exactly as it happened. That's more than anyone should ever have to deal with. Do you really have to go through with the seance tomorrow? There's really no one else? What about just calling the whole thing off? It's not as if I'm doing this because I want to. No? Ah! Never mind. I misspoke. The divination seance is a very important duty of the Royal Priestess, and it is one that I intend to fulfill. There's that word, duty. Perform the divination seance is very important for a priestess. But duty or not, it's a heavy burden for someone so young. Even worse, she'll be forced to watch her father's murder. Will it be way too heavy for her to bear? Your benevolence, has Nina served you long? Yes, she has been at my beck and call for as long as I remember. I have heard she even cared for me as an infant, right down to changing my diapers. Your diapers? It almost sounds like she could be your mother. Indeed, but that is a simple fact of life when your mother is busy being queen. And it takes care of my every need. She's my teacher in all things as well. This pool of knowledge seems rather lopsided in some aspects. Could that be the result of Nina's teachings? Nina, could it be that my trusted attendant has come to dislike me? Now that I think about it, perhaps I've been acting rather spoiled as of late. Oh, I'm sure she'll be back. Yes, I suppose Nina would never truly abandon me. Upon her return, I will do something nice for her. Perhaps she'd like a shoulder massage. And yet I can't shake the feeling that Nina's connected to this case in some way. I'm really beginning to wonder what's inside that safe. Any idea what the combination might be, Your Benevolence? None whatsoever. It looks like a 4-digit combo lock, so maybe it's a date. But it's probably not anything that would be easy to guess. Well, let's try some dates and see what happens. Wonder what date Ingo was used as a combination. How about the date the Defense Culpability Act was enacted? Do you know when that was, Your Benevolence? Nina! Nina! Your Benevolence. Yes, of course. I believe the date would be June 14th. Really, Edgeworth? It's whispering in the ears of Elite's the secret to your success. Alright, let's give 0614 a try. Nope, that's not it. Time to try something else. When's your birthday, Your Benevolence? You are wasting your time. Could not possibly be my birthday. Oh, come on. What a shock. Fine. It's December 24th. Christmas Eve. Well, let's give it a try. 1, 2, 2, 4. Ah! It opened. It did. Yep, and it looks like the bottom safe was a fake. Something meant to mislead would-be thieves, no doubt. Still, it was rendered quite effective by his use of such an easily guessed combination. Well, why, Father? Why my birth date? Okay, let's see what's in here. It's almost like a letter or something. Let's see. The night of Raifa's 3rd birthday was the almost Christmas. I'm confused. Am I not supposed to be confused? I'm confused, though. Almost Christmas. 3rd birthday. 3rd birthday. I don't know. This looks like a letter or something. Wait, hold on. Are we talking about that, that radio? Right? Are we talking about that, like, radio that, Larry heard? Yeah. Yeah, when Larry was on the boat and he was listening to that podcast, and they're like, well, guys, it's so close to Christmas, something like that. Damn, that's crazy. Raifa has no clue. She do not know. Some shit has gone on in this world. Dear Father, wanted to wish you a happy birthday. You're always so kind, and I love you very much. I hope you live to be 100 years old. Love, Raifa. I wrote this to my father when I was 8 years old. Father, why would you hold on to something so childish and stupid? There are some other papers in here. Ah! Quran assassination plan. This is the plan for the coup d'etat. What? Give me that. What the fuck? I don't understand. It seems just as Minister Ingo was plotting the assassination of the Queen. This can't be true. Father would never harm Mother. Or Raifa. It has to come as a terrible shock. What's this? There's a photo in here too. This is of a woman and a baby. I wonder who they are. The far left, there's a law book with the mark of the Defiant Dragons branded on it. Oh! Wait, that's... Your benevolence? Is it Amara? How? How can this be? That's not the Holy Mother, would it be? That'd be crazy. Princess Rifa! She's looking incredibly pale. Benevolence, are you alright? Alright. How could I be alright? Huh? All that I have believed was all lies. I'm afraid I don't follow. What they're actually talking about. Can I ask who the woman in this picture is? How should I know? It seems I didn't know anything that was going on. Doesn't look like I'm going to get much more out of her while she's like this. Mother. Huh? I must ask my mother about the secret she is hiding. What secret? I must go. Goodbye. Wait! What was that all about? It's like her mind was off somewhere else. It appears this photo really upset her. I wonder who the lady in this picture is. Stop! Stop, Sadu! Come back here! Yo! My boy! Wait, that sounds like Albie and Sadu. That's odd. Commoners aren't normally around in this area. I wonder what's afoot. Yo! I love Albie. He's great. Sadu, the one who knocked that over. May 18th, Grand Palace, Royal Residence. Sadu. No. Ah, Edgeworth. I hope one of you has a good explanation for this. Ah, so sorry. I'm so sorry. Hi, Albie. No, Sadu, bad dog. Leave the man's frilly thingamajig alone. If you would kindly detach your dog from my caravat. Right away, sir. Just hold still and... No, stop pulling like that. You'll only stress the fabric. Come on, Sadu. Let go of his comachit. This isn't working. I'll just have to pull harder then. 1, 2. Wait, what are you? 3. Come on! No! I need air! Were you trying to kill me? I'm really sorry, mister. My dog has a habit of attacking frilly things like that. Maybe for his sake, you should stick to more traditional targets like cars or his tail. But so is, he's stuck in here again today, and stole some weird-looking hat. I don't know what to do anymore. Bad dog. You're a very bad dog. Wait a second. I have seen that hat before. That's Nana's. Albie, could I see that hat again? Sure. Wait, isn't this... Is this Nana's hat? But I thought she disappeared. Sadu swiped it from someone. Albie, how exactly did Sadu get this? Allow me to explain. I started while we were on a walk through the bazaar today. When suddenly, that's popped out of a manhole. Ah! Whoa! The fangs of the Defiant Dragons. Ah! That's our ball is here. Say, you want to join our cause, kid? Huh? Naturally, I was super startled by that weirdo's sudden appearance. Back, dog. of the Grand regime. Huh? But this is my dog's to do. Defiant dragons, your weapon. Dragon snot snaps. Achoo! Whoa! Sim's character. Oh man, the look on your face, that was classic. A sudden bang of the firecrackers spooked Sadu, and he ran off into the crowds. Ah, Sadu, come back here. That'll teach you, Garan's lapdog. You there, what do you think you're doing? Ah, not good. That's when a policeman came running over and hauled Dots away. That makes sense. That happened right around 2 p.m. if I remember correctly. I'm not even gonna pretend I know what Dats is trying to do. I just read after Sadu and when I finally caught up to him here in the palace courtyard, he had this in his mouth. 2 p.m. That's about an hour before the minister's death. I know supposing went missing after the murder, but this would place her here at the palace at around 2. Actually, I just remembered I saw something pretty amazing around that time, too. Something amazing? So, Albie, what was it you saw that was so amazing? I saw her having this Queen Garan channeling spirits. Is it really that big of a deal to see her channeling someone? You bet it is. Commoners are never allowed to behold the sacred rite. Oh, can you tell me more? Of course, I'm always happy to explain. I believe it was around 2:10 p.m. today. I got lost on the palace grounds while looking for Sadu. Oh, what is this place? Gives me the creeps. Where could Sadu have gone? Do. In my search, I took a peek into a small room and that's when I saw Queen Garan. She was channeling a spirit for our neighboring kingdom's king. I saw her transform right before my eyes. I was so excited, I had to take a picture of it. You took a picture? I know I shouldn't have. I just couldn't help myself. Between this and the treasure room, Albie's not exactly the picture of self-restraint. Her channeling ended right after that, so I ran off before anyone could spot me. You could have been arrested again, you know. Yeah, I know. Anyway, here's a copy of the picture. Just don't tell anyone I was the one who took it. I worry about his future sometimes. Come to think of it, how did you and Sadu get into the royal residence anyway? It's not open to commoners after all. Allow me to explain. Yeah, how'd you get in here, buddy? There's a way to get into the palace from the bazaar. It's a bit of a tight squeeze, though. Sadu can easily fit, but anyone bigger than me is out of luck. You don't say. Yeah, part of the palace wall's damaged, and there's a hole I can just make it through. Go on. Bet you didn't know they have some really tasty food here. Oh? Then this isn't your first time in here, huh? Trespassing is illegal, you know. No, it's not like that. Didn't mean any harm. It's just, I want to help change this kingdom. What do you mean? Well, after Miss Faye's trial, I started thinking, like maybe there was something I could do to help the revolution too. Pious trial, huh? That tragedy only happened because of how twisted Quran's legal system has become. Uh-oh. Yeah, this was a fun trial. That one was really great. The DC Act led to a false charges against Maya and the High Priest's suicide. Well, that trial also caused the public to start questioning the current state of things. And it seems even Albie has some pretty strong feelings on the matter. I knew there had to be something I could do to help. That's when I remembered the hole in the palace wall and started thinking, maybe I could sneak in and take a picture of one of the royals up to no good. Just want to do my part. The spirit of revolution seems to be catching on, even with one so young. Right, the momentum is steadily building, and the tipping point is fast approaching. It's just a matter of when. I agree, and the public's perception of the Defiant Dragon seems to be changing too. But Albie... can't go trespassing like that. Even if it's for a good cause, it's not right. Okay, I won't do it again. Avi, is that really all you have to confess? You haven't been up to any other mischief. And when I say you, I mean Sadu. Huh? Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Nice try, Avi, but the proof is literally right in front of us. Avi, you wouldn't happen to know who, how this urn got knocked over, would you? Huh. Because your benevolence told me something rather interesting. The dingbat dog she mentioned wouldn't have anything to do with it. Oh. I guess the dog's out of the bag. Sorry I lied, but I was worried I'd get in trouble. I know I shouldn't lie to a lawyer like that. No, it's not good to lie to anyone like that. So let's try to only tell the truth, okay, Albie? Oh, Mr. Wright, I almost forgot. I saw a couple of Americans a moment ago. They had really weird haircuts, so I thought they might be friends of yours. Really now? It seems your little friend thinks of all of us Americans have strange haircuts. Suppose we have got you to thank for that, right? So, what exactly did their hair look like? There was a guy with 2 crops of hair sticking out of his forehead like an antenna. Then there was this lady with a long bunch of hair that looked like a big orange spider legs. Oh, that sounds like Apollo and Athena. What were they doing? They were racing through the bazaar with the Grand Royal Guard in hot pursuit. Wait, what? Why were they being pursued? I'm not sure, but I have my suspicions. Just hope they're alright. Just sorry for not mentioning it before. It just kind of slipped my mind. Apollo's narrow escape. Apollo, what the fuck did you do? May 18th. Quran. Bazaar. Oh, is this because of... Okay. Those guys. Sure. Persistent. Yeah. They even wore me out. That doesn't happen often. Why are they after us anyway? Oh, Apollo. It's the Royal Guards again. Ah, quick hide. Hey, where'd Hornhead and Spidey Hair go? Spidey Hair? They're not talking about me, are they? Is that a trick question? We know you're hiding somewhere around here. Apollo, that weird-looking bird over there. Did it just... Yeah, it did. It's called a warbat, and... You know what? I'll tell you all about it later when we're not being chased by masked men. Come out, wherever you are! Head over the Founder's Orb if you know what's good for you! Figures they're after the orb. I don't want to know what they'd do to us if we were captured. They grilled us in these obnoxious loud voices. I'd cave after the first hour and confess to whatever they wanted, truth or no. Come out now, you foreign devils! This has gone far enough. You must not keep our evidence awaiting any longer! We've gotta get out of here. Just need to see a place to hide somewhere. Quickly! In the vent! Oh, command hall. Ah, that's right. Athena, I know where we can hide. Follow me. Oh, where are we going? Wait, you're not seriously thinking about going down there. It smells like rotten eggs. And are those rats I hear? We've got no choice. You can get us somewhere safe, but this is the only way in. Quick, before it's too late. It's going to take forever to get the stench out of my hair. May 18th. Former Sadmati law offices. Looks like we lost him. That was close. Dirk's office. How long has it been since I last set foot in here? I guess we're safe now, but... Why is it feeling all huddled over in the corner like that? Ah! That's... Hey, Jay. What the heck are you doing here? The Rand's Royal Guards are after us. Har har har. Once a rebel, always a rebel. Don't worry. The regime doesn't know about this place, so you can relax now. Good. But since when am I part of the rebellion? I don't recall signing up. Paulo. Mr. Wright, what are you doing here? I saw you two go into that manhole. You narrowly escaped the gods' notice. It was like watching a pair of ostriches burying their heads in the sand. I guess that was a closer shave than I thought. Anyway, you're safe and sound now, and that's what really counts. Oh, I also have some evidence for you. Thanks, Mr. Wright. This evidence received from the boss. So, what is this dubious hovel we found ourselves in anyway? It's the Defiant Dragon safe house, also known as the former Sadmati law offices. I see. Well, that might just be a happenstance. Here I am, a chief prosecutor, hiding out in a rebel base. Please don't report this place to the local police prosecutor Edgeworth. Might as well take a look around while we're waiting for the heat to die down out there. Come on, Athena. Stop moping over there and help me check this place out. Please tell me there's a shower here. There's a sink in the kitchen, and if you're lucky, maybe even some soap. I'm sorry I even asked. This is Dirk's old law book. Look, there's a mark on the cover. Looks like it was branded on with a hot iron. Yeah, I think it was done a protest against the Defense Culpability Act. That's really these guys right here, see? Oh, so this is the infamous anti-lawyer act you guys are always talking about. That's what's with the altar. So I bear respects to the victims of the Defense Culpability Act. This act is a heinous law that puts innocent people to death. Well, it's supposed to protect the people, sends them to their graves instead. Talk about insane. There's a scary-looking knife sticking out of the Queen's picture. If anyone saw this, they'd think the Defiant Dragons were a violent group. Oh, that? That was actually me trying to kill a fly. Threw that knife at it, but I whiffed. The thing ended up stuck right between her eyes. You mean this wasn't on purpose? I'm surprised to see so many appliances here. There's even a TV. Speaking of which, it gave the people of Kron quite a shock when the Plum Punisher Warrior of Neo Twilight Realm was lost on TV. You mean that show where the actors played the parts of Duke and Rifa? You hijacked that in the middle of the broadcast, right? Yep. All their writers do each week to try to ruin the Defiant Dragon's good name. So we decided to hit them where it hurts. That must have been real shocking, especially for the kids who waited all week to see it. I mean, the show's main villain was actually hijacking the very show he's in. Dirk's jacket. You should try it on, Apollo. It might actually suit you. Really? There's also a spare eye patch here. Wanna try that on too? Sorry. Just picturing you and all that. Ha ha ha. Just too funny. Ow, my pride. Sadmati law offices. It's a sign Dirk used to display out front. Hey, Dats. I heard the office used to do quite a bit of business. It did. Dirk was a famous lawyer with countless courtroom victories after all. It was the dauntless dragon who turned trials upside down. Such a victory from the jaws of defeat. Seeing his lawyer spread far and wide across Quran back in the day. I hope that day comes when he can display the sign again. Wait. Don't tell me we have to go back through the manhole to get out of here. The only reason the safe house is still safe is because the front door has been boarded up. Fine, then I'll just have to live here until the revolution begins. What if I told you the rats come out at night? Then we'll just have to start the revolution before sundown. But the revolution never thought it'd get a new ally this way. Wonder what's in this file. Oh, it's full of newspaper clippings. Page 1, the arson... Okay. Seems to be a collection of documents information on Amara's assassination. The arson incident involving Amara's private residence. Amara was slipped a sleeping pill and perished in fire. Later found out the scene had Dirk's fingerprints on it. So this is what Dirk was talking about. We already know most of the stuff here on top. Let's see what else there is. Oh, where did he get all this? Anything important here? Page 20. Apollo's roving musician father got caught up in this incident and lost his life. He was struck in the head by the culprit. The victim's passport and any pictures of him were burned up in the fire. Without knowing his real name, no divination seance could be performed. What about this? Apollo's roving musical father got caught up in this incident and lost his life. What? This is about your father, Apollo. Looks like it. But I was never told much more than what's written here. Really? How come? Dirk always skated around the subject. Maybe he thought I was still too young. Plus, I always thought of Dirk as my dad, so I never really brought it up. Oh, I see. Still, I feel kind of sorry for your real dad. My real dad. I was never really interested in learning about him. But after seeing his picture, I can't help but feel a little curious. I wonder if dads could tell me anything about him. Apollo, this file looks like it might be useful. But there are so many pages, I can't tell what's important. We need someone to help organize all this. And I think I know just the person to ask. Who's the kid? Wait a second, that's you, Apollo. I recognize those horns anywhere. Is that really the only way anybody recognizes me? Hehehe. You were so cute. Who's that fine-looking young man? That's Naruto. Back when he used to smile. Wow, his smile is absolutely angelic. Sure brings back memories. That was taken the day we all went out fishing. What was Prosecutor Samadi like when he was younger? He was kind of quiet, but passionate when it came to his convictions. When he finally made prosecutor, he was all fired up to change Quran for the better. But now he's nothing more than the Quran's lackey. Seems like Death has a lot to say about Naruto. I'll ask him about this, about his thoughts later. That's about this file. Can you help me figure out which pages are the most relevant? Yep, sure can. I got the whole thing memorized. See this page? It's definitely worth a look. Page 34. As the son of the terrorist Drew, Naruto was expelled from the royal family. Hold on. I didn't want to read that. Yep, but he was expelled after the whole thing with Dirk happened. Must have gone through hell once he entered the legal world, though. Because of the sins of the father are visited upon his children thing. Yep, in the eyes of the people, Dirk is not only a traitor to his kingdom, he's also the terrorist who assassinated the previous queen. So his son, Yudi, no doubt, got the cold shoulder at every turn. It must have been really hard on him. Yeah, ties between father and son aren't something you could even break even if you tried. No matter where he went, he was probably labeled as the son of a criminal. But despite it all, he made a name for himself through blood, sweat, and tears. I mean, just look at him now. He's a star prosecutor working cases around the globe. He's become a hero, pride and joy of Quran. Now that's the Naruto I know. Super smart and never willing to give in. Studied and fought like his life depended on it to get where he is today. So, Dats, you guys are still using this office, I see. Yep, so now it's the official HQ of the Defiant Dragons. But as Dirk said, and I quote, "We must keep it for the day when Quran needs lawyers once more." Restoring the legal system to its rightful form through popular uprising. Tell how much Dirk believes in his cause. Oh, and AJ, Dirk said something else that might interest you. He said he hopes you'll come back and take over this office someday. take over, me? Those were his words. He may have been half joking, though. Nothing would make me happier. Maybe one day he'll return to Quran and take over this office. Just a pipe dream, though. Dirk really said that. Dirk was never a hands-on kind of dad. But not a day went by that he wasn't thinking of you. That much I'm sure of. Doesn't get more paternal than that. Dirk, and to think, I really did spend my days trying to forget you. I'm looking forward to a nice long talk once you're free. Wasn't Yuta once part of the Defiant Dragons? Yep, Yuta was a rising star in the Resistance. Vowed to fight for the cause through the legal system. Said he'd become a prosecutor and give Inga and Goran the smackdown they deserve. But now he's, yeah, a puppet for the Goran regime. Not only that, but now he's gonna prosecute his own dad. Doesn't add up. I wonder what happened to him. Me too, but if I had to guess, say Goran has some serious leverage over him. Leverage? Like what? Wish I knew. But it seems like Dirk knows. I tried to press him about it, but he wouldn't say. Come to think of it, Dirk did say... Yeah? If that's the case, I bet Nada doesn't really want to go through with Dirk's prosecution. There's something else I'm supposed to present him? Mark of the Dragon. That's the symbol of our group, the Defiant Dragons. Dirk has the same mark tattooed on the palm of his hand, right? Yep, I've got one too. Really? Where? My heart. Oh, you mean metaphorically. Like you're ready to die at any time for the cause or something like that? Got that right. Dead or alive, I'll always be a Defiant Dragon. Ah, what? Do you know something about this? Nope, just felt like shouting is all. You had me going there for a sec. Okay. As long as he doesn't know anything. Maybe the Founder's Orb, but... I wanted to ask you about this picture. It's a picture of your pops that Dirk found. And he had a heck of a time tracking it down. He said he searched all over for it. Why? Why would you go through all that trouble? Please tell us everything you know about Paul's dad. Do you know what my biological father was like? Dirk once told me about it. About him. He was a modern minstrel, walking the world making music in his travels. This file also has some information on your real dad. It says he died in a blaze at Queen Amaran's residence 23 years ago. That's right. Dirk had invited him over. Dirk's the kind of guy who can become fast friends with just about anyone. And it seems your pops was like that too, AJ. They headed off at a bar. Next thing you know, Dirk asked him to come over to play some tunes. And then the place went up in flames. Yeah, Dirk had just stepped out for a sec when the fire broke out. Apollo, you were there too, but you were still just a baby. I remember hearing about that when I was little. Yeah, it was a crying shame. Pop just happened to take you along that day. So you were there with him when the fire broke out. But Dirk risked his life to save you. It's like Dirk's done nothing but save me all my life. All your pop's stuff got burned up, including anything that could have helped us identify him. All we knew about him at first was his stage name, Jangly Justice or something like that. Dirk did everything he could just about to dig up what little we know now. What about my mother? Do you know anything about her? All we know is she was traveling with your pops. But that day, she was off doing something on her own. So then she probably didn't even know my father had been with Dirk, huh? She must have been desperate to find you and your father once you'd gone missing. No doubt. The Queen's assassination threw the kingdom into chaos. The police were so overwhelmed, probably hardly of any help to her. Searched and searched till our legs gave out too, but we never found her. And with your father's stuff all burned up, we had 0 leads, not even a photo. So that's how I became an orphan. Yeah, who knows? Maybe your mom read about the details of the fire in the newspaper. Maybe she figured you died along with your pops. Wow, I had no idea you've been through all that, Apollo. Then you believe me. Believe me in my son's innocence. Your poor son in prison for a crime he didn't commit. Let's petition the government for his release and a declaration of innocence. Well, thank you forever, your debt. Who's that? Hey there, missing me. Hard at work, I see. Yes, I have my own battle I must wage. After all, there's many who suffer under the Defense Culpability Act. Missing me, please don't forget about our case too. I won't. I'll look into it as soon as I am able. Dats, what's Miss Enmy doing here? She's lending an ear to all those suffering under the regime's wrongful accusations. A lady whose husband's been imprisoned, parents whose son's been falsely charged. She's helping all those types of people. So she's trying to help the revolution along in her own special way. Yep. Now thanks to her, more and more folks are coming over to our side. All the people who've been unhappy with the regime have been waiting for just this chance. And they're starting to speak out in support of us. People are responding. And a grassroots movement is growing. Dirk's dream of revolution may finally come true. What should we do about the Founder's Orb? Probably run into the Royal Guards again the moment we leave this place. Well, we can't stay here forever, so we'll have to think of something. I've got it. Why don't you hold on to it, Dats? It should be safe here, right? You can count on me. I'll get it back to you in time for tomorrow's trial at the Hall of Justice. Founder's Orb left with Dats. Well, now, Apollo. Well, we've got a handle on what happened 23 years ago. Maybe we should pay Dirk a visit. There's something I want to show him. I'll join you. I want to talk to him before tomorrow's trial. Maybe I should wait here then. We'll attract undue attention if we go in too large of a group. May 18th, Detention Center. Visit his room. Hey there, son. Came to see your old man again. Hi, Dirk. Guess they're done questioning you. Yeah, you'd think they might have cut his old man a little slack, but no. He really laid into me. Seems they're really keen on recovering the Founder's Orb. When I wouldn't tell them where it was, he confiscated what few possessions I had left. Wait, Dirk's not wearing his attorney's badge. They even took that from him? I found this in the tomb. Look familiar? Ah, that's... Dirk? Where did you find it? Down between the monk statues and the tomb. Is it yours, Dirk? Oh, it's something I bought. Why is he suddenly acting all awkward? I wonder when I lost it. Let's have it. It's very important to me. Of course. I'll just make a note about it for future reference. Confiscated all my prized jailbreaking tools. What did you expect? I mean, no prosecutor in their right mind would let a prisoner keep stuff like that. Did you take your attorney's badge too? No, I thought it strange, but... just when it looked like he was going to take it from me, he changed his mind. Wonder why. Indeed. I find it hard to understand anything he does these days. Your Kuranese attorney's badge. You've worn it all these years, even though all the lawyers are gone. Yes, because the dragon's eye is the embodiment of my creed. To show the world that a dragon never yields, huh? Hey, Dirk. Why do you still wear your badge? You're not a lawyer anymore, right? This badge is my heart and soul, son. I'll never stop trying to realize my dream, not until my very last breath. A dragon never yields, right? Exactly. Yuda, Apollo, I vow to restore Quran's legal system to its rightful state one day. I want to pass on to you a world where you can live free from the fear of tyranny. He was always saying stuff like that to the two of us. Yuda, is the reason why you didn't take Daruk's badge? Because you still remember those talks too? Really hope that's what it is. Son, would you keep my badge for me? Are you sure? I can't take something so important to you. That's exactly why I want you to hold on to it, Apollo. I'm placing my fate in your hands. Alright, I'll make sure it stays safe. That's really sweet. Apollo, remember how Inga said he had someone dear to Dirk? Why don't you ask about that? Dirk? Alright, I'll give it a try. What did the minister mean when he said he had someone dear to you in the palm of his hand? What was he talking about? He does seem to know, but he wouldn't tell me anything. Well, I have no idea, so... Lies. Well, you obediently followed his every word after he said that. So it seems to me the minister was in close proximity to someone you really care about. Oh, someone you really care about, that isn't Nayuda? Wait, don't tell me. Is there a new lady in your life, Dirk? What? No, don't be ridiculous, son. The love of my life was Amara, but she's gone now, and there will never be another. My bracelet. Wait, does this mean... Dirk, have you really not met somebody new?
Gotcha!
Seeming easy, Dirk. Wait, don't tell me you're ashamed because she's much younger than you. Don't be ridiculous. Just getting test because of your intrusive question. Wait, but I got it. I got it. Was I not close enough? Who's right here?
Gotcha!
There! Why would... Should have counted before. Dirk, can't fool me. Tensed up when you said, but she's gone now. And you unconsciously moved your arm, causing something to press up against your jacket. How did you do that? Oh, so that's it. You're hiding a woman's photo up your sleeve. You don't have to keep secrets like that from me, Dirk. You're an eligible bachelor now, but you'll introduce her to me at some point, right? I keep telling you there's no other woman. Fine, then let's see it. What are you hiding up your sleeve? Just this, satisfied. Huh? But that's the pendant we found in Amara's tomb. See, I wasn't trying to hide anything. Why did he tense up? Dirk, let me take a look at that. Hey, what's this button for? Whoa. It's a picture of Dirk and some lady. And she's really young looking, too. And you, are you into younger women, Dirk? Dirk, you old dog, you got yourself a younger lover. Will you stop with this nonsense? This is Amara before she died. If you look closer, you'll see that I was younger, too. Hey, you're right. Aw, that's no fun. Wait a second. Haven't we seen this woman before? Now that you mention it. Isn't this woman the same as the one in the penance photo?
Take that!
The woman in the pendant is also the one in this photo. Apollo, where did you get this? From the safe in Inga's room. Apollo, this is Queen Amara. It had to have been taken at least 23 years ago. That's just not possible. Yeah, I just noticed the same thing. That's why this photo couldn't be 23 years old.
Take that!
Take a look at the law book. It has the mark of the Defiant Dragons branded on it. But that mark didn't exist until after you started your revolutionary activities, Dirk. So this photo must have been taken after Gran came into power. That didn't happen until after Amara was assassinated. So then, how could Amara even be in this photo? Wait a second. That wouldn't mean that Amara is still alive? Looks like you found me out, son. Wait, so it's actually true? She's alive? Dirk, what do you mean Amara's still alive? I thought she'd been assassinated. So did I. It seems she made it out alive, only to be held captive by the Garan regime. Why would they do that? When I fled from the law and went underground 23 years ago. I heard some shocking news from a Defiant Dragon spy. There were rumors of Queen Amara being sighted in the palace. And those rumors turned out to be true? Yes, I snuck into the palace to see for myself. She was confined within the grounds, but otherwise she was as fit as a fiddle. So then, the sarcophagus in the tomb, it's empty. Yes, the entire tomb is one big charade. Garan had it built to stage Amara's death. So we're not going to be cursed by your vengeful spirit. That's a relief. She was being held under virtual house arrest, so I freed her and we made a run for it. This photo was taken back then. Look at how they're both grinning from ear to ear. There's a fingerprint on the metal part. I guess Dirk must have left it by accident. Oh, Mr. Samadi, I want to hear all about how you ran away with Queen Amara. I'm surprised Amara agreed to run away with you. I mean, Garan must have told her that you tried to kill her. Tried to convince her that I wasn't the one who set the blaze. She believed you? She said, and I quote, "I shall accompany you so I may ascertain the truth myself." She always was a tough one to read. I bet she was thrilled you came to her rescue, Mr. Sadmati. To be set free by your beloved, it's like something out of a fairy tale. Yeah, well, there was no happily ever after once Garan's people caught up with us. They took Amara away to who knows where. Snuck back into the palace and searched high and low for her, but to no avail. They probably moved her to some remote mountain prison or the like. Dirk, does Nayuda know about this? He knows that he knows she's his true mother. Told him as much. Wait, is that why Nayuda is following Garan's orders? Most likely. So then, do you think that deep down he doesn't really want to prosecute you? Well, he's not one to show his feelings. Lately, I've had no idea what he's thinking. Paulo, we need to grill the Queen about Amara when we have the chance. I was wondering about something. The little baby the lady's holding. Is that Prosecutor Sadmati? No. Not necessarily. It could just as well be me. We're only 1 year apart. I don't know. I mean, the kid in the picture is too cute to be you. Let's settle this by asking Dirk himself. Dirk, it's about this cute little kid in the photo. Is that me? Huh? What are you talking about? See, I told you it was Prosecutor Senmati. Oh, I see. Well, either way, it's not you, son. So then, if it's Nayuta, it's taken when he was about a year old, right? And that would mean you ran away with Amara around 22 or 23 years ago. Pretty good with numbers, son. Impressive. Huh? What kind of answer is that? Before you go, son, there's something else I need to tell you. Something important. What is it, Dirk? I've never seen you act so serious before. So what's this something important you have to tell me? Listen, son, even if you manage to prove me innocent tomorrow, I don't have long to live. Huh? What are you talking about? What I mean is I can already hear the Twilight Realm calling my name. There is no escaping death now that it has set its sights on me. What? Is this another one of your jokes? I wish it was. Ha 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 ha. You can't fool me, Dirk. Huh? Strange. Why's my brother so reacting? Are you sick? It's something like that. So you're not joking? I'm afraid not, son. Sorry. Isn't there a cure? Or at least some sort of treatment? Fortunately not for what I've got. If you need some kind of surgery, I'll work hard until I can pay for it. So, please. It's too late. There's nothing more to be done now. But you always say a dragon never yields. So why are you giving up now? Apollo, sorry. I really am. I don't understand. Why is this happening, Dirk? Why? Listen, Apollo. I've got a favor to ask of you. Would you keep quiet about this? I want the fellow dragons to find out. They'd lose all hope if they knew I was dying. Would you do that for me? Of course. This is happening now. Just when I was finally starting to feel like you really are mine. Thought that this time we'd finally, but now... Damn it! Why? Oh. I don't have much longer to live, but I'll never let them execute me. Not before I finish what I need to. I know, Dirk. There's no way I'm gonna let them prove you guilty. Before he goes, I'm gonna turn back time by righting the wrongs that have been done. I'm going to restore Dirk's freedom. And return a real smile to Nayuta's face. I'm going to win this case. I just have to. So, I have one more big secret. What? Something else you've been hiding from me? I'm afraid I can't tell you what it is. I'd be betraying a certain someone if I did. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? Forgive me. You just have to find out for yourself. It's the only way. I don't understand, Dirk. Apollo, court tomorrow. You may find yourself faced with a truth that is difficult to accept. But I know you, and I know you can handle the truth no matter what it turns out to be. I know that because I believe in you. You're my son after all. Dirk. What is he talking about? Wait, he's not gonna reveal that he actually is the killer, is he? Looks like we've run out of things to discuss. Apollo, are you okay? I'm fine. Freedom now! Release Dirk! What's going on out there? Sounds like the party's getting started without me. Huh? It's coming from the temple. Let's go, Apollo, and take a look. My heart. Why? Oh, they can't make me sad like this. I'll be so pissed. May 18th. Temple. Whoa, what is all this?
Ow! Let go, will ya?
What are they?
Huh? Well, look at that. The people are coming to take their courts back.
Don't hold back, man! Arrest them all!
What the fuck? Dirk belongs to the people. Give him back. Yeah, why are you holding him? Quiet down, you. They have my big sister too, but she didn't do anything wrong. Ouch, ouch. Stop pulling my hair. Release my son. Release him now. Stop that. No biting. This is really something. Yeah, it looks like Dad and Mrs. Inmi are leading the charge. You unenlightened fools. Do you honestly think this will change anything? Yuri, why do you keep serving that witch Garan? It's... Hey, Nayuta! You again. What's going on here? It would appear that the insurgents are fanning the flames of rebellion. But I never thought it would grow so large. However, they will all be under arrest shortly. Reinforcements are almost here. They'll be arrested just for protesting? They are aiding and abetting a criminal by seeking his release. Her Eminence, Queen Garan, has ordered they be arrested and judged en masse. But weren't you once a member of the Defiant Dragons too? Can you go along with this? I am simply following the orders that Her Eminence has handed down. No, it can't be as simple as that. Listen, Nayuta, there's something I want to talk to you about. Hey, we're not getting away this time. We need to talk. I see there is no reasoning with you. Very well then, speak. Nayuta, do you really have to serve as prosecutor in Dirk's case? I mean, prosecuting your own flesh and blood, it's just not right. Again with this drivel? Your ethical standards are not the be-all, end-all of the world around you. I'm not getting into another debate with him. Nayuta, did you know that Dirk is sick? What? He apparently doesn't have that much longer to live. If found guilty, he probably wouldn't even make it until his execution day. What are you talking about? Knowing this, are you still prepared to send an already dying man to his grave? Well, enough with the Zen monk act, Nayuta. Tell me how you really feel. Mr. Justice, each person is born with a role to fulfill, and I must fulfill mine. Well, I'm not convinced that taking Dirk to trial is part of your lot in life. As for why you've been at Garan's every beck and call, I think I might have the answer. Nayuta, you know the truth about your mother, don't you? About how the former queen is still alive and being held somewhere? So Dirk told you, did he? Yes, it's true. My mother was spirited away to some remote corner of this kingdom to keep her safe from harm. Safe from harm? But Dirk said the Grand Regime is holding her captive. No, they are keeping her safe. So you don't know where Amara is being held. I only know that it is some secluded hideaway where visitors are not allowed. I have heard she leads a simple life akin to that of a monastic disguise. Sure sounds like she's being held captive to me. Listen, Nayuta. Aren't you really doing the Queen's bidding? Because she's holding Amara captive? And this whole thing with Dirk? You know he didn't really kill Inga, do you? Don't you? Dirk doesn't have much longer to live, so I want to help him however I can. This time, it's our turn. It's our turn to help Dirk however we can. What you speak of, it's futile. Let it go and move on. The guilty verdict, the hopelessness. You must resign yourself to it all. Clinging to false hope now will only serve to magnify your future despair. So let it go and move on. Nayuta, really going to just roll over on this? I've no more time for idle chatter. I must prepare for tomorrow's trial. Now, if you'll excuse me. Apollo. I sensed a whirlpool of emotions coming from within Prosecutor Madi just now. Anger, shock, bewilderment, and an icy sorrow as deep and dark as an abyss. Yeah, I picked up on that too. Looks like Dirk really won't be the only one who will need my help tomorrow. I think it's about time to pay Queen Garan another visit. And ask her about her sister Amara. Is this really a smart idea? Something doesn't tell me it is. Hey, it's like your sister? Oh, she's not dead, where's she? I don't know. May 18th, Grand Palace. Grand Palace. I think she's The Royal Guard isn't around. That is utter hooey. Cannot continue to deceive the people like that. Raifa, just as much more than simply speaking the truth. Is that Princess Raifa and Queen Garana over there? You deceived me too, Mother. How can I ever believe a word you say again? You nincompoop. Your benevolence. I couldn't help it over here. You impudent. Ow. Are you okay, Mr. Wright? Can't believe she actually punched you. Yeah, I'm used to it by now. What's the matter with the princess? Sounded like she was arguing with her mother. Maybe it has something to do with this picture. Raifa said she had to ask her mother about some secret or another as soon as she saw it. So then, does that mean that Princess Raifa knows what really happened? That Amara wasn't assassinated and is still very much alive? It would seem so. And she doesn't seem to be taking Garan's lies very well. But that's no surprise, considering how much Raifa reveres her mother. That would definitely cause her a great deal of anguish and sadness. Eavesdropping, are we? How very rude. You three. Are you there? Are you not Daruk's son? Nice to meet you, Your Eminence. We're actually here to speak with you if you could spare a moment. Your Eminence, Dirk told me about Amara. About how she's still alive, that is. We know not of what you speak. After Dirk learned Amara was still alive, he rescued her, and they ran off together. But she was captured and remains captive in a secret location to this day. As for Nayuta doing your bidding, it's only because Amara's life is in your hands. Ho ho ho! What an active imagination you have. Ha 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 ha. A lawyer and a comedian, how droll. Whoa, where'd they come from? Anyway, if she's going to play dumb, I'll just have to chalk her memory as some evidence. Your Eminence, I asked that you take a look at this photo. Why, that's... It's a photo of Amara. And here you can see a law book bearing the mark of the Defiant Dragons. I believe you know what that means. Very well. Royal Guard, stand down. Yes, Your Eminence. Your wish is our command. It seems there is no need to perpetuate this charade any longer. We shall speak of all we know. So then you admit that Amara's still alive? Yes, she's under our protection in a safe location. I think you mean being held prisoner. And where is she being kept? Ho ho ho! Now why would we tell you, the son of a traitor, that? Because she has a point there. Now, heed our warning, Horned Devil. It would not be wise to inform the people that Amara yet lives. It would only serve to plunge public order into chaos. I have no intention of doing that. Besides, there are real terrorists out there who might try to kill her. Good. Now, there was something we have been meaning to ask you. Do you know what has become of the Founder's Orb? Founder's Orb went missing after Dirk took it into the tomb. As a son, we thought you might know something of its current whereabouts. I knew it. I suppose I should thank you for that free running tour of Quran. That was the royal god's own doing. Let's try, lady. But now you're definitely not getting the orb. Ever. Why do you want the orb so badly anyway? Because it would be most dangerous in the wrong hands. Must be recovered. Is the legend true? Can the orb really impart spiritual power? Are you worried that someone could overthrow you with it? The Holy Mother's power is without equal. Should Her Holiness once again return to our world, she could conceivably bestow great power upon the one who unlocked the orb's secret. I guess it makes sense considering spirit channeling is a fact of life here. So we ask you, Horn Devil, did you receive the Founder's Orb from Dirk? Does it look like I did? So you like to play games, do you? Royal God? Yes, Your Eminence. Search this devil and his belongings. What? At once, Your Eminence. Don't move. You're only making this harder on yourself. Thanks. Hey, cut it out. Ah, what the? Hey, Apollo, don't strip here. Stop resisting. Just submit to our strip searched already. No, wait. Hey, cut it out. Ah. Rest in pieces, my poor tattered dignity. There's no sign of the Founder's Orb, Your Eminence. So, you have hidden it somewhere. Heh, no matter. We shall recover it one way or another once you are found guilty of abetting the accused. Dirk was right. She really is bent on getting the orb. Mother! Looks like the princess is back. I took a stroll to try to calm myself, but I still find the situation unacceptable. The people must be informed about Queen Amara. So she does know about that. Raifa, you do not yet possess a clear grasp of how a government and its people interact. There will always be secrets that must be kept from the ignorant masses. You have little faith in our people, Mother. But it is the royal priest's duty to always speak the truth. And as such, I cannot remain silent. I will not. Aha, the truth you say? Your mind has been poisoned by the barbed one. It was an honor and a pleasure, Your Eminence. We must continue to speak with the child. It is a mother's duty to discipline her child, after all. Now, if you'll excuse us. Discipline? Coming from her, I don't like the sound of that at all. Well, Apollo, let's head back to the safe house for now. Good idea. We need to go over what we found and collect our thoughts. God. May 18th. Former Sadmati Law Office. Oh, you're back. Thank you for holding down the fort, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. Sorry it took so long. I hope you weren't too bored. I watched The Plumbed Punisher, Warrior of Neo Twilight Realm, while you were gone. And my verdict is, it's an outrage, especially its theme song. Even worse, the people here believe it's an original Karinese show. Can you believe it? I've already spoken about its length with Mr. Oddball, and I'm not so sure what he's babbling about, but at least he seems he wasn't bored. Moving along to things that actually matter. We've gathered about all the information and evidence we can concerning this case. I think it's time we go over everything we've learned so far. The Orb Trial, Maya's abduction, and the murder of the mastermind behind it all, Justice Minister Inga. It's a lot to consider. I think you have all the facts straight in your head. Yep, I've got it covered, Mr. Wright. It's the truth about what really went down that's going to be the problem. Yeah, it's like the more we learn about this case, the less we understand. I agree. There's a deep darkness enveloping this case. I am almost afraid of what we'll find once we lift that black veil. Suffice to say, the real killer is certainly waiting underneath. Real killer, huh? Well, that's the million-dollar question. Who killed Inga, and why? Think, Apollo. Who would you say have the motive to commit the crime? I, for one, am drawing a complete blank. I want to know how the killer slipped into the tomb, killed Inga, and slipped back out without ever being seen. That's a bona fide locked room mystery right there. Well, we've collected plenty of evidence and statements. I just hope the rest come in court. It'll be a thinner tightrope than usual, that's for sure. This case is one big fly in the ointment. In order to prove Jerk's complete innocence, we'll also have to exonerate him of the crime committed 23 years ago. Mara's supposed assassination. Right. We know Amara's still alive, but Dirk still could be charged with plotting to kill her. Couldn't discover the truth, even after over 2 decades of investigating. So our biggest hurdle is going to be the complete lack of evidence. The fire made sure of that. Mr. Wright, have you ever won a case without any evidence? No. That's one thing I've never done before. Trial unprecedented even in the decorated annals of the Write Anything Agency. Still, I can't help but wonder, is there really no evidence left behind? Oh, and we can't forget about the Defense Culpability Act. Those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. In short, if Dirk is found guilty and is sentenced to death, we'll likely join him in a very public execution. Yeah. Beat the charges or die. What kind of crazy upside-down legal system is this anyway? Don't worry. I can't ask someone as young as you to risk your life, Athena. So tomorrow, it'll just be me and Apollo on the courtroom floor. But you can support us by watching from the gallery. What? No. I want to help. I'm part of the agency too, after all. Sorry, but this is a direct order from your boss. Plus, there's Prosecutor Blackwell to think of. He said he'd use me for a sword practice if I put you in harm's way. Simon. Well, at least promise me this, you two. Promise me you'll make it back alive. Ha ha ha. Make it back alive, huh? What's with that face, Apollo? You'll never inspire confidence in your client like that. And it'll play right into the prosecution's hands. Remember, the worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. You're right. Even when it seems hopeless, or when there's not a shred of evidence to be found, you can never let it show on our faces, right? Well, will I actually be able to do that tomorrow? When push comes to shove, will I be able to force my biggest smile? To be continued. Oh. And that is where we're stopping for now. Next time on Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice. And by next time, I don't mean until Sunday night. Sunday night I will be back streaming, and we will find out more about this entire situation that has fallen upon us. Oh god, this is quite the fucking case already. That is for fucking sure. So, real quickly. This is crazy. We are officially... we are officially 7 hours through this case. So we're well over half now. It is a 12-hour case. We are 7 hours through. So we have like maybe another 2 streams left, and then that's it. So, next time on Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice, we will keep finding out more of the truth that lies within. We will take on trial. And, oh god, is it going to be a doozy. That much is for fucking sure. This is a good case so far, though, honestly. This game has been my favorite, honestly. Out of these 3 games, this is my favorite. Like... This one's my favorite one. So somebody rates, I don't know how, this is crazy. Somebody on Reddit is rating Apollo Justice as their favorite one. What? Even my least favorite case, 4-2, is still basically perfect for me. What? Then Trials and Tribulations, and then Spirit of Justice. I do feel like 6-4 and 6 DLC would really drag the game down quality-wise, but overall cases 6-2 and 5 versus... 2 and 5 are such spectacular pieces of writing. Justice for All, regular Phoenix Wright, Dual Destinies, and then Ace Attorney Investigations. Wow. First of all, based AJ Enjoyer, based 4-2, least favorite over 4-3. Outstanding 4. Okay, so he has Elite 5 stars, Trials and Tribulations, both the Greatest Attorney games. Outstanding 4 stars. Spirit of Justice. Yeah. Regular Phoenix Wright, Investigations 2. Positive Opinions, 3 stars. Apollo Justice, and then Justice for All. Neutral Opinion, 2 stars. Professor Layton versus Ace Attorney, Investigations 1. Negative, 1 star. Dual Destinies. I don't know. I think that... Oh, I can't wait to rank all of them at the end. But I think that, I like this one the most out of the 3. Then Dual Destinies, then Apollo Justice. Apollo Justice felt like a chore to get through. It didn't feel like I was really... Like, it felt like I was forcing myself to just play a game that I didn't really want to play. Dual Destinies had a lot more fun in it, and overall I think it ends up really, really well. I mean, the whole Dark Age of the Law thing's a little stupid, but I do like the way in which it does kind of come about. It's just how they ended it off, like, oh, it's pretty much over. That, I don't know about that. Spirit of Justice is like my favorite out of the 3. Spirit of Justice for me is better than Justice for All, for sure. I don't know about the original Phoenix Wright, because that game's like holds a special place in my heart. But maybe. In my opinion, it might beat the original Phoenix Wright. Although, I loved all those cases. Case 1 was the best, like, I think a really great starting case. The second case with the Mia really was like, whoa. Case 3 with the Steel Samurai, I like the Steel Samurai case. And then obviously the case with, Edgeworth and his father and Von Karma was great, so. Oh, I don't know. Alright, well, I'm gonna get going. I will see you all later.